Okay. So now we've got a little chat. I think. How do we do a chat? There we go. There we go. Nerds. Can you guys see that chat? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Room, nestlings, password. Nice. I guess I shouldn't. Guess I shouldn't say it online. Okay, so I'll pull up. I'll pull up Tabletop Simulator, and this will be really tough if we can never end up hearing Brandon. It looks like he's saying it's my turn. I think I get to go again.
Are you pretending to eat the fries in the meantime?
I get two factions, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me get logged in here. Well, first, let's see. So, bam. Okay. No, just one. Mm-hmm.
Potato.
Oh, interesting. Wait, where did my... oh, there it is. That's weird. Cancel. Yeah, they are. Change. Really? Window. Share. Okay, let's see. All right, look at that. Bam. We've got Windows. Oh, update stream. There we go. Pacham. Look at that. I guess I'll hide Trevor until he shows up. There we go. Update stream. Here we go. We're figuring it out. Yo. You hear Jack? Hey, there's Trevor. Okay, great. Show. Okay, let me see. Now I'm putting change webcam. Trevor. Update stream. Bam. I think I've got... oh, yeah. It sounds like nobody can hear anyone except for me. Perfect. Okay. So that means I need to add... well, but by no one, I mean Board Game Hype is in the YouTube chat, and he's letting us know that we don't need that silly guy anyway. Yes, you will need to. Okay, so let's put in an audio source. And I'm going to put in Jack Dunbar's microphone. So...
oh, nice.
So now, and then I'm going to add...
oh, that's sweet, Trevor.
Nice. Audio source. And I'm going to add Trevor's microphone.
Cool.
There we go. Update that.
I'm just chilling on the couch. Is this okay, Evan, or do I need to
That's
get
great,
more games
man.
behind me?
No, that's great. Okay, so
yeah.
now...
yeah, you need your Kalex, man. How will people know you're a gamer?
I know.
Right?
People will have no idea what we're doing.
It's like some guy with a shelf behind him with nothing on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I normally have my cousin's art up here, but I moved it because we're moving soon. So
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
Where'd Brandon go?
Well, I don't know. I just asked him if he rebooted.
Brandon's decided this is not for him.
stage fright.
Good. Board Game Hype says, "Boom, got it," which I'm assuming means he can hear at least
Everybody.
the three of us.
Yeah,
You mean there's other people in here?
Well, we've got
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
We've got one fan in the chat.
there are all kinds of secret people, Trevor.
Yeah.
You
Well.
just can't.
There's one.
Well, he
chat
saw
fan.
my ability to work Facebook today, so
Oh yeah.
not making any promises.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad. All right. Brandon,
What'd you do wrong on Facebook today, Trevor?
Oh, Brandon joined the room.
I
All right,
don't
great.
know.
There we go. Look at that.
I tried to put the top
Brandon's
10
back,
thing.
and I'm
Oh,
gonna,
oh.
I was in the wrong area, and then I'm
gonna
like,
add an audio source.
and then I put it on the main page of Board Game Hype, and I was the wrong spot.
Oh,
and
I'm
then
gonna add Brandon
he
Ohmie's
gave me the
microphone.
link, but then I look back at the real one, and I'm like, I don't see a link
Update the
anywhere. How did people
stream.
get here? I don't know what's happening.
I will be honest. I just don't know where the page is.
He left again.
Yeah.
Maybe that's Brandon's game. Maybe it's hide and seek.
Oh. Just pop in and out of the nest.
We'll get this figured out.
Cool.
Well, he was in for a second.
He was.
Nice.
I saw him.
Evan, I love hearing the chatter in the background.
Oh yeah, that's my daughter.
Yeah. Nice.
Tell me when this starts recording, Evan, and it's permanent.
It is doing
It's
that
already-
right now.
Oh, it's already there. All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It
perfect.
is doing that.
Everything you've done is recorded.
Everyone gets to see
Everybody-
us struggling through
Everybody
this.
saw the painting. Everybody saw the garage. Awesome.
Yeah. Your mess is now our mess.
The black hole I called the garage.
Everybody has that, I think. At least someplace that's a black hole.
Not according to my wife.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Looks like he's back.
According to my wife, it's just me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Brandon, can you hear us?
I think
Maybe. Yes, he can hear us. Can we hear you?
no. The answer is no.
The answer is no. That's going to make it tough. Okay, so who among us is a tech nerd that can figure this out?
Probably not me, but Trevor knows ghosts. You got it.
Got it.
So funny. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might just be an internet thing.
It's a dead baby.
What?
No, she's okay. She's okay.
Oh, okay.
They're okay? Oh, they're
She's
okay.
okay. Choosing device.
I don't know. So far, this is the best game I've played all day.
Well, technically, we're not even late yet. It's just 9 right now.
Oh, sweet.
I can hear
Nice. I
you
mean, I
all.
feel like if we were musicians, this would be fine. There was a Chris Stapleton concert in town in Spokane at the arena.
Yeah.
And he started like 2 hours late.
Oh,
And
Oh,
he had no openers. It was just
Oh
him.
wow.
So it was like people were just standing around like, should we leave?
So what can you guys see when you're not on the, like when you go to the light stream page? can you see like this chat and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I see.
great.
So I see like private chat and then YouTube
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah, so
And
click over
then-
onto YouTube chat or private chat, and Brandon, you should be able to chat through this light stream thing without having to like log out or whatever. Or is that the one you were doing?
I don't see chat.
There's like a little pull-out thing that's the
Yeah.
chat off on the right side of the screen, at least for
arrow.
me.
See?
And you can look at the YouTube chat, which now has no one in it because you had to go to bed.
Nice.
And there's a private chat, which is just us.
Uh-huh.
So Brandon, at the very least, I think should be able to chat to us through this private chat.
I also see on the stream output, it looks like Trevor is huge. Is that
That's fantastic. That's what we don't want.
Is that what people are seeing? Oh, I love that.
I think so.
Oh yeah, look at that.
I love that.
Ooh, I'm like the marshmallow guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Brandon at the very least can chat with us in that chat. All right, how do I fix that?
I don't know, but I better get a better spot if that's going to stay like that.
What happens if I just slide you around a little bit?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I can't see what you see. I don't think.
Let me update this and see what happens there.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's like we're like all over the place on the stream.
There we go. Okay, I've got this now. I just have to like
That's much better. At least Jack is bigger than I am.
remogenate here. Okay, and then update the stream.
There we go. Nice.
Bam.
That's good. That's good
And then,
stuff.
oh look, Brandon's not up in the corner like he should be.
Is Brandon the backdrop of the whole thing? Like, I feel like I see the left side of his camera on the right side of the stream.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Here we go.
I see the same.
Well, let's see.
What is this light stream? I don't think I've ever used
This is the streaming service that. Oh, look
Yeah.
at that!
Oh,
Now he's
there
like
he is.
now he's like a small square, like
Ooh.
it showed in my setup.
Yeah.
That's
The
what it's
master.
supposed to look like, everybody.
The master.
Nice.
And rolling.
And go.
Hey guys, what's going on? So we're starting this.
Yes. So I still don't have an audio input from Brandon. So I don't know if it's just your computer on your end, because the other two folks can chat and be heard in the YouTube. Someone's microwaving a burrito.
Sorry.
My son.
Let's see. Do I need to do anything fancy? Well, I think we're as ready to go as we're gonna get, because we can't
So the
get.
testing is incredibly slow.
I wonder if
Yeah.
Brandon's like, yeah.
Maybe we should have a call in. Should I leave and re-enter? I mean, you could try it, or maybe try plugging in your. Oh, he's gone.
He's gone. We lost.
Yeah.
You lost that.
We lost him.
Yeah.
We lost him.
Yeah, it's the old IT trick, like unplug it, plug it back in.
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what
exactly.
happens. I do a podcast with my buddy, and like that's what we do. With like every time we get on, it's every time we get on, we set up our stuff exactly the same, and it's like a completely different issue.
For
It's like,
whatever reason.
oh,
Yeah.
I can't hear you. I can't see you. I can't see or hear you. It's weird.
Who knows,
I don't know.
man?
I'm gonna switch to just floating head. Yeah,
Floating
that's much
head.
better.
That's a good look.
All right.
So what do I go into in TTS? Do we know?
Yeah, it's if you look in the private chat, he put the name and
Brandon,
the.
Brandon, is it?
Oh, I gotta figure out the
Could it be a
private
settings
chat
issue, a
again.
permissions issue on
Maybe.
if you're playing on a Mac? Maybe you just need
Private
to give
chat.
microphone access to Lightstream or
Well, it
Chrome.
looks like it should work now,
Yeah. Okay.
but let's see. Which is really funny because
I
when he
don't.
first came on, I could hear him and he couldn't hear me. So I don't know what changed that.
Brandon, have
I
you
don't
tried?
have the link in the private chat. Can you resend it? Maybe
It's
because
up
I
at the.
came in late.
It's up at the. Oh, that's probably it. Here, I'll copy and paste it.
Okay, I've only got till 8:54.
Fine. There we go.
So,
There we go.
Nice.
Copy and paste. Brandon, try talking again. Let's just double check and make sure. Your lips are moving.
Is it, Brandon? Have you checked the settings and like tried the different drop downs to see if like maybe it's you just need to switch the microphone?
Board Game Hype says whoever wins gets their choice of a hyper pet or hyper accessory.
What? Oh, it's on now.
It's now it's serious.
Trevor's gonna get something orange and know it.
Right?
I'm the banker. I'm the banker.
Yeah. Right.
Well, good. I'm glad Jack and Trevor. I'm glad your video and audio work, which makes me convinced that I didn't do it wrong. Or who knows?
You
Sounds
never
like he's
know.
putting that on you, Brandon.
Well, exactly. Shifting the blame to others is actually my specialty.
Oh man, I can't even get the password. I should just be done. Get the password to work. What is the matter with me? Do I need the exclamation point? Is that
Yes, I think
okay?
you do.
All right, fine.
That's what I put in.
right here.
I am.
Brandon, did you try like your native laptop speaker and your fancy speaker, both of them?
Yay, I made it into the game.
Oh, he's tried both.
I'm all done.
Okay, because I see your microphone, we just don't hear anything when you attack.
Yeah.
I wonder if we can port in an audio source some other way.
Whoa. I just heard a little bit of an echo.
Oh, you're probably. Do you also have the live stream up?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I could do it.
I was encouraged. I was like, I think it might be Brandon's mic coming on.
Well, this is going as well as I expected, so I appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah. So far,
I appreciate.
It's going
So
way better
far-
than I thought it would.
well, according to that itinerary you sent us, we're half an hour ahead of schedule.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the native one. I've tried both. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Let's see. Is there a way to port in sound from
Oh, hair books.
my iPhone? Is that a thing that can happen? Audio source. Brandon Ohmie's microphone. Yeah, it just gives me the guest microphones. Jack, Trevor, and Brandon. Yeah, sorry, man. I don't know.
Hey, Evan,
Huh?
why don't you set up a Zoom call so at least you guys can all hear each other that way?
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
that's a good
phone
idea.
Okay. Yeah, let's set up another window with a. Wait, does a Zoom call? How long does a Zoom call last?
40 minutes. On the free account, it's 40.
Yeah. Let's do like
We
let's do a Facebook Messenger chat.
we could do Discord voice and just mute. We could mute the other channels so we can at least hear Brandon. So we could still see
Yeah.
him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like we could go on Discord voice and we
Yes.
could mute ourselves but leave him on.
Yes. Because I can mute you guys on the stream from here. Oh no, I
Yeah.
want that to go to the stream.
Yeah. I wonder if you could use Discord as the voice source for Brandon. And we could just mute our mics on Discord and we could still use our mics through Lightstream.
Right.
You know what I mean?
This doesn't give me the option to add audio from a browser.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What if you just did it on your phone? Do you think that would be loud enough?
Maybe. Let's try it. Let's give it a
I'm
go.
all about the technicals.
Hey, Brandon, why don't you give me a Facebook Messenger call? And I'll just, my phone will be sitting here, and this will be the voice of Brandon Ohmie.
Is Devin still here?
No, he took off. He said he had to go to bed. All right. Hello, sir. Can you hear me? Oh, that's delightful. Okay, so I'm going to put you on speakerphone. There we go. Let's see how many weird speaker loops we can get into.
Oh no.
Here comes the feedback.
So, okay, so the headphones work for everybody else, but the headphones, I need to sort this out.
We can hear you just fine, I think.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the only problem I'm going to have is that I'm hearing Evan through the phone, but everyone else through the computer.
That's why you got to do one ear.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One
I
ear.
guess I'm going to have
What's
to.
that? Mute myself on the phone? How do I do that?
Oh yeah, that'll work.
No, that would mute Brandon. Right? That mutes me.
Can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Hey, I think that works.
I've got a
Yeah.
tech nerd over here.
Nice.
Thanks.
You guys are resourceful.
She's just smart.
Yeah.
Okay,
Man,
great.
sorry for all the trouble, guys.
That's okay. Who knows, man? I definitely don't claim to have any special tech knowledge, so.
I
But
think
it sounds like we could actually start.
we did pretty good. 15 minutes. We'll
Yeah.
lose almost no viewers in that amount of time.
We don't have any viewers.
Yeah, so we're great.
We had one, and he went to bed. So
Yeah.
That's just
Before
what I
9
said.
o'clock.
Yeah.
cool. Well, let's get into it. Welcome
Yeah,
to
sounds
the
good. Okay, guys.
welcome to the inaugural playtest. This exclamation point.
Oh yeah. Is that final,
Cool.
Evan?
Well,
It doesn't
Playtest.
have to be, but that's what I'm calling it right now. Do you have qualms?
No, I mean I have notes, but
Okay. That's fair. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Brandon, go ahead and take us through it.
yeah, sounds good. Okay, so this is Nestlings. Nestlings is a game where you are playing your workers in the form of dice into these biomes. Okay, and as you place your workers, what you're trying to do is collect these resources that will be laid out on these circle spots here. Sorry, the microphone is. I can hear myself talking, so I gotta like block myself out.
oh yeah.
Okay, so we're going to take turns placing dice into each of these biomes, and then whoever has the area majority for each biome gets to choose the resource that they want to take.
Okay.
And we do that around the board, around each biome, and feeding nestlings and collecting these resource ring segment pieces. So let me start by just telling you guys how to win. It's the person who has the most points at the end of the game wins. You earn points by feeding your nestlings, as well as collecting these resource segments and placing them into your resource ring. You get 2 points for each nestling that you fed for the round, and 1 point for every resource ring segment in your resource ring. The points for nestlings reset every single round. Nestlings must be fed every round in order to score points for them. Resource ring is cumulative, so you will score those points every single round. Okay, I am going to start in this main board area. So if you look at the main game board here, the game's broken up into 5 different biomes, 4 primary ones and 1 secondary biome. At the top of the board, we have the alpine biome up here. Moving clockwise around the board, we have the savanna, the desert, and the freshwater. And in the center is the grassland biome. Each biome has its own unique resources. There's 5 resources per biome, and they are unique to their biome. You will collect these resources over the course of the game, feeding your birds or gathering resourcing segments. The grasslands biome is another spot. Sorry, I'm trying to. I know I sound like I'm like being splotchy, but I'm trying to dodge my hearing myself.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
It's just throwing me off is all.
yeah, you've got like a delay. That would be.
Yeah. So I can hear myself talking normally, but then I can also hear myself coming through the headphones.
Right.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we play dice into biomes. Whoever has area majority for each biome wins the biome. Okay, they win the majority. If you win the majority, you get to choose which resource you want first. And then whoever wins the majority takes the resource they want, but then discards a second resource back to the bag. And then other players choose resources based on what's left, according to majority. Or if there's a tie, then we use the tie-breaking rules over here at the ABI hierarchy. And I'll explain that in a moment. Okay. Each round is broken up into basically 2 phases. You roll your dice and place your dice, and then you score for the round. It's pretty simple in terms of what you're doing each round. Sorry, my computer's glitchy. Okay, I think I'm back. A lot of technical difficulties tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we can hear you just fine.
Okay, good. Well, if I glitch out or something, just let me know.
Okay. Are you guys hearing the bedtime story in the background?
Oh yeah.
Okay, here Here we go. Let me
My son's in the kitchen. I'm waiting for the crash to start any second now.
Just broken glass.
Whatever. Pans everywhere.
Hmm. That's cool.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
you want to add them in.
Should we play with them, Evan? What do you think?
I'm good with whatever you think is the best current teaching version of your game for newbies.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll play without them for now because they do add a little bit of complexity and variability to the gameplay and stuff. So we'll just play with the stripped back version.
Cool.
Yeah, we can always take a look at them too after we played, and just say like,
for sure.
I see how this
Here's
would
how
affect
this would've worked,
gameplay or whatever. Yeah.
For sure, yeah. And none of the cards are anything that would make or break any person's score or necessarily give a person like a winning edge over another player, but they are things that players universally have to overcome or universally get an advantage of, things like that.
Cool.
Okay, so in terms of the resources and resource ring segments, this is something that I've had to define on, in this resource management flowchart next to your player boards. This is something that you can utilize if you need it. And the way that it works is it just tells you where resources go and where resource ring segments go. I kind of already explained it in that if you gather a resource from your biome, you place them, you feed your birds with them, you gather the resource ring segment, put it in your resource ring. If you gather a resource that's not from your biome, you just set it to the side of your board. You still collect the resource ring segment and you add it to the board, to the resource ring. It's pretty simple, but there has been a little bit of confusion with those two things. So I built this flowchart to hopefully help illustrate where things go and stuff like that.
I'll get confused. You can just correct me when I do it wrong a couple of times, and then I'll have it.
No problem. If you have any questions, of course, definitely ask. One other thing to keep in mind is that this resource ring, every resource ring segment that you play in your ring must be unique. So if I play a moth from the Alpine into the resource ring, I can never play that resource again. I can still collect those segments. They're just simply extra segments to set off to the side. And you can use those to do a variety of different things, the extras. But the first one must always go into the resource ring.
Okay, cool.
Speaking of extra resource ring segments, looking at this little handout here, at the very top are the things that you can do with extra resource ring segments. So if at any time you have 3 of the exact same, you're able to trade those 3 in for any other resource ring segment that you like. Another thing you can do is if you ever have 4 that are different, you're able to trade all those in for another Nest Goals card. And then at the end of the game, for any 3 extra that you have is worth 1 victory point.
Cool.
Nice.
Okay, so I think I've explained everything. Again, sorry for the sporadic teach. The
That's
double
okay.
voice
You
really
were
threw me off at the beginning.
you were working under duress.
That's okay. I just have 2 clarifying questions right at the top, Brandon. First of all, in the avian hierarchy, what is the top and what is the bottom? Is the one closest to this is 1, 2, 3, 4 going down? Is that how it works?
Yes. So the top
Okay.
would be where the Savannah bird is currently.
Okay. Yeah.
The top, where the text is. But
Yeah. And that would be the first.
needs to be
That would be
mobile.
that would be the first spot, number 1 spot.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So like first in turn order, first in tie breaking.
No, not quite. So, whoever's at the top for a tie for area majority, they break that tie. But whoever's at the very bottom of the track, they go first in placing dice.
Oh, okay. All right. Nice. And then my other question was this: moving these nest counters on your
Yes.
player board,
I'm on an
because
open call and it's recording.
it says it says +0, +1, +2. You said that those can be used to change. Is it change dice faces or add dice?
Change dice faces.
Okay, and the 1 or 2 designates what's the difference in the numbers there?
Yes.
Number
So at
of
the end
dice.
of the game, for any of these spaces, no. So at the end of the game, for any of these spaces that you haven't covered, you score those points.
Oh, I see.
So
Okay.
if at the end of the game I haven't covered up the one, or the 2, then I would score 4 extra points
That's cool.
for that. The first one is just sort of a free space. Use it whenever you want.
Yeah.
And it doesn't necessarily cost you resources to use them, but you just won't gain those extra resources at the end. Or sorry,
Okay.
I'm saying resources. I meant victory points.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As far as dice goes, the dice change. The amount of dice you roll changes for the round, and that's also on this reference card, just on the bottom right there. We roll 3 in the first round, 4 in spring and summer, and 3 again in the fall. In the final round.
Okay.
Players are not obligated to use all their dice every round. You are allowed to save up to 2 of your dice for the next round. So you could end up rolling in round 2 if you chose to save 2 dice. You could end up rolling 6 dice instead of 4, if you choose to.
Okay. So that's why we
You're
have
only ever
extra
allowed
dice.
Yes,
Okay.
but you're only ever allowed to save 2 dice at a time.
Sweet. Are all
Okay,
the
so the
are
only
all the
one thing I
dice
think-
the same?
Oh, good.
All the dice have the same
No,
faces.
all the dice are they're unique in that whichever biome you're from, that face will be, you'll have 1 extra of those faces. So every dice will have alpine, savanna, desert, and freshwater for 4 of the faces. Then the 5th face will be whatever biome you're from, and then the 6th face will be a blank.
Mm.
So you're
Okay.
more likely to roll dice results from your biome than anybody else. Blank dice, blank rolls cannot be placed into biomes other than the grasslands biome, and I think that's the last thing that I haven't explained, which I'll do now. You're able to play any die result that you want into the grasslands, starting from 1 space and moving across. The way the grasslands works is once all the biomes have been resolved and we're finished, then players that chose to play into the grasslands get to choose any 1 resource from any biome they want and take that resource.
Cool.
This is also the only area in the biomes that's not resolved via the avian hierarchy. It is resolved based on who went there first.
Oh. It's also the only one with a name.
Yeah, it is the only one with a name. Good point.
I can't choose a color
I
for
think
some
that's-
reason.
Really?
You can't
Yeah.
choose the color.
I need to get promoted or something.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, yeah, you are just gray, aren't you?
Yeah.
Change color. Looks like. Oh, it's letting me change the color. What-
Oh,
Did that work?
Trevor
There we go.
becomes green.
Now I can play with stuff.
Okay. That's interesting. I wonder why that happened.
Nobody else had that, just me?
Just you. You were
Yeah,
special.
I think so.
That is
Yeah.
weird because whenever I sign people into games, the same thing happens and I have to promote everyone. Must be something with my settings.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say this. I think this is a Trevor issue.
This is
Yeah.
a Trevor issue.
Happens every
You're-
time.
You're anti-promotion.
Again, technology.
You have TTS
Love
issues,
it.
and I have microphone issues.
Yeah. With our powers combined.
That's it. I think I'd rather have TTS issues, honestly.
Well, cool. Let's get into playing, huh? That's
Okay.
the only way I learned.
Yeah.
So right now I'm like, oh, it's a nice looking board. How does this work?
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Totally. Okay, so at the beginning of the game, why don't everybody choose 3 of these Nest School cards just off the top of the deck there.
alrighty.
Okay.
Choose 2 that you want to keep, and discard 1 back to the deck. And then once we're all done, I will shuffle the deck.
How do I discard back to deck?
Just flip it over, and then you should just be able to drop it on top, or you can just leave it there, and I can do it.
Alrighty. And I showed.
So if I have the green dice, does that mean I am in this biome?
Yes, correct.
And that biome is called what again?
The Savannah.
Savannah. Okay.
Okay, so when choosing your Nest Schools cards, I see that 2 of you already have. It's advantageous to choose resources that are from your biome, simply for the purpose of, double dipping, because not only will you get to feed your birds that resource, but you'll gain the resource ring token, and you'll also
All right. So I
gain
should
extra
actually
points at the end of the game
actually look at
for
this
having that
instead of
resource.
doing my normal thing.
Okay. And how do I tell what ones are from my biome?
You're
They'll have
green.
the yeah, whoever's talking there, the resources will have the outside ring will be the color of the biome.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I'm not blue.
Because I was going to say everything's green. But
I'm
Oh,
the
man.
reddish, which means I'm from down here. Is that true?
Are you this?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the desert. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So that means let's see. What do we have over here? So I look at the same colored 5 guys, not the burgers.
my cat is freaking out. I just need a minute. Sorry.
It's okay.
Another thing to keep in mind is that because each biome has 5 unique resources, you have a little bit of room, a little bit of playroom as far as what you put into your resource ring. So you won't ever have to collect all of the resources in order to fill this ring. You'll have a little bit of leeway there.
All right.
Sweet.
I think we just have 1 left.
All right. Let's see.
What did I do?
Now, do I tell you guys what I have, or this is my secret?
No. Yeah, those should be secret. Because if you, for instance, if you had plus 2 points for every snake resource that you gathered, then all of a sudden people are going to, stop you from getting snakes.
I see.
And do we just keep them in hand, or do we put them on the table, or?
At the very end of the game, we'll lay them all out on the table, but for now, during the game, just keep them in your hand.
All right.
Okay, and the discard goes where? I missed that.
Right over here.
Yeah.
Face up?
Yep.
Face down?
Face down.
Face down, and then I'll just reshuffle it.
Nice.
Okay.
At the end of every single round is when you'll have the opportunity to trade in extra resource ring segments for another Nest Goals card if you choose to.
I'm like
Oh,
Evan.
that's right.
Okay, so
learn.
everybody's...
I kind of learn as I play, but I gotta say this looks beautiful.
It does look beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love
Okay,
all of
so-
all of the different charts.
How do we
This is
start?
what happens when a graphic designer designs a game.
Right.
You end up with very
well,
useful,
thank you.
well-designed charts.
I tried to make it as user-friendly as possible, so if you see anything that needs changed or whatever, just let me know. And I'll talk about the player boards at the end as well, because these are not the final state of the player boards.
Cool.
Okay, so to begin the game, let's fill up our biomes. So as a reminder, we start by placing resources into biomes. Each space should be a unique resource. If you draw a double, it's okay. Just simply,
Have done.
so like right here, you got a frog. You just place that. Nope, you keep that out. It's okay.
It's
just go ahead
gone.
and grab another one.
It's a goner.
That's okay. Just grab another one.
But
So
this is
when
a double.
you do grab doubles, you just add it like over here. Yeah, so add it like right next to this other one because we can't stack them in TTS because they kind of disappear. So if you ever have 3, discard that back to the bag and draw another one. There should only ever be 2 at a time.
Wild. Back to the bag with you.
You can't stack these?
Here we go.
Well, you can stack them, but then it makes it almost impossible to tell how many
are there.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I just heard that you can't stack them, but I got what you mean.
Oh, you can stack them.
The reason that matters is because whoever wins the majority for that biome, they get to choose which of these resources that they take. And if there happens to be 2 there, well, then that person gets to take both of those resources.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. It looks like there's 2 wilds out on the board. Just as a reminder, if you do get a wild, you add it to the center of your resource ring, and then you choose 2 resource ring segments from that biome.
Say that all one more time.
Other than that, what did you say?
Say that all one more time about the wild.
Yeah, totally. So if I win the majority of the freshwater biome and I choose to take the wild, I would take it, I would drop it into the center of my resource ring, and then I would come over here to these resource ring segments, choose any 2 from the freshwater, and add them to my resource ring.
Fancy pantsy.
Okay.
And everything is magnetic, so everything should snap into place pretty well. One note, though, the resource ring, TTS would only let me manipulate the angles of these things so much, so I couldn't be perfect with them. So they might end up being a little bit wonky, but they should fit in there just fine.
I expect perfection.
I know, me too. That's the problem.
Disappointed.
I know. Failure.
All right, now what do we do?
Okay, now that the resources, the biomes are full of resources, we roll our dice.
All right. What dice do I roll?
3 beneath your player board.
Got it.
And as a reminder, you can re-roll all of your dice one time, or however many you want one time.
Okay, and what is a blank side? I saw some blank sides.
A blank side is...
There we go.
It's just a failed roll, essentially. You don't get to play that die into any biomes. However, you can play it into the grasslands still.
So you can re-roll them all once?
Yes.
Okay.
You can re-roll any of them once?
No.
Yeah, you can re-roll as many as you want one time.
Is it good to have different ones?
It kind of depends on the strategy you're going to employ throughout the game. I know you won't know that until after the first round, probably.
That's fine.
But take a look at your nest goals, see what you need. It's always good to gather resources from your biome so that you can feed your nestlings and gain points that way. But it's also good to diversify what you're getting in order to gain more resource ring segments because, those points are cumulative for every round.
Since I'm from this... Sorry.
Did anybody else get blanks? I got 2.
I got 1.
I'm burning my reroll. I can't have this.
I thought you get a free reroll.
So this isn't...
I already did.
So this dice manipulation track over here, this isn't for an extra reroll. You get to choose a die and choose whatever face you want it to be.
Okay, well that's the face I want. So
it's not a reroll; it's a determination roll, or is it? Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys know or not, but if you hover over a die and choose numbers 1 through 6, you can change the face that way. Okay.
So quick question.
I didn't know that. So
quick question: do I, aside from my nest goals, since I'm from the desert, do I care about getting stuff from the desert more than anywhere else, or no? Other than nest goals?
Yes, for the simple fact of being able to feed your nestlings. feeding nestlings every single round is imperative in gaining points for the round. You typically want to try to feed at least 2. As far as what I've determined through playtesting and development and things like that, the game tends to be very tight scoring. So however you can get the most points for the round. I mean, this is true for every game, right? But whatever you can do to get the most points for the round is going to be advantageous for you.
And how is that relevant to the stuff from my biome?
What's that? How is what relative?
Well, so my question is, do I preferentially want to get things from my biome?
Yes, because you got to feed your nestlings. And you can only
What does that have to do with feeding your nestlings?
You can only feed your nestlings food from your biome.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Your nestlings can't eat food from other biomes.
Okay. Cool.
Can I ask one more question that might be stupid? The Nestling 1, Nestling 2, Nestling 3, Nestling 4, is there something that's going on those spaces? I'm assuming maybe there's food, but
yeah, exactly. So
if
I win the majority for the alpine biome and I choose to take this daisy resource, I would drop it right there, feeding that bird essentially. I know that there's no birds there right now, but there will be.
There will be. Okay.
Okay, it'll just be a graphic of a bird.
There's nothing.
There's no chip that I'm getting that's going to be a bird that I'm putting on here.
No.
Okay.
They're all resources that you would feed your birds. And all of these resources are accurate to what your birds would actually consume in the wild.
And so when you say that you're going to be feeding your 2 nests, you should feed 2 nestlings, what happens if you don't?
You just don't get to score points for them.
Okay.
You get
they
2
don't,
points
they don't
for each
die.
nestling that you fed
They
for the round.
don't die.
Well, so no, they don't die. I did have a version of this earlier where you actually suffered a hungry nestlings sort of a
penalty of some
like
kind.
a detriment for the following round, and it just it was too severe.
Yeah.
So I think as not scoring points for that's punishment enough.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about alternate rules once we get to the end.
Yeah.
What do we do next?
Okay.
I just have one more question on feeding.
Biomes.
Okay.
Sorry, just one more question on feeding. Is it getting consumed? Like, am I losing it?
No. So you feed the nestling in this spot here, but then at the end of every round, you'll pull the resource off here, and you'll pull off to the side because you'll score points for those at the end for the nestlings.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so we start by placing dice into biomes according to the avian hierarchy here. We will start with the yellow player, and it'll go clockwise around the table from there.
I'm going to place a desert die because I've got 3 desert dice.
You got 3 deserts?
Don't be jealous.
What? Someone's cheating.
Do I do all 3 of mine?
I'll do that.
No, just one at a time.
Okay. Cool.
And do remember that the idea is to score or to win the majority, which is majority is determined by how many dice are played by an individual player in a biome.
Yeah.
So
nobody's taken
multiple
mine.
dice. Yeah, exactly. So if anyone else plays in the desert, there's a good chance that it's not going to go well for them.
But everybody gets to see what I've got. How do you determine who decides when they re-roll the dice after looking to see whatever everybody else stuck with? Or is that not really a thing?
How you re-roll the dice? Everyone, do you mean like at the beginning of the round?
Yeah.
Everyone just does it at once.
Okay.
Originally, I had player screens, but
Yeah.
I like the player screens, but I also don't like the idea of people being able to easily cheat and manipulate their dice.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I guess there's pluses and minuses to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it'll be
Trevor?
green player. Trevor, sorry.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. So if there's a tie in any of these biomes, I'm winning the tie, essentially.
Yes, because you're at the
Yeah.
top. If it was a tie between the blue and the yellow player, then the blue player would win the tie because it's above the yellow player.
Gotcha.
Everybody
it's-
thinks they're above me.
It's
Huh?
relative to whoever the tie is between.
I see how it is.
So it doesn't matter where this gets placed unless it's in the grasslands, which it's first come, first serve.
Correct.
The
Okay.
grasslands are like a late drafting stage, so you can put a dice there so that you can play it at the end.
Oh, could I have put my die into the grassland?
Yes.
Oh, I definitely would have done that. I'm gonna get that grassland, and I'm gonna get that.
Well, what you do with the
Yeah, it's a good
grassland
move,
is you
especially with.
place it later, right?
No, you can place it at any time that you want. You just don't get to pick the resources until the very end.
Not a problem.
It's definitely a bit of a push your luck element, I think.
We'll see.
With the grasslands.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I can see what
it
you
can be
all
really good,
rolled,
or it can.
So
and I
these
know that I've
these
got.
face changes, do I need to do that before I decide to place any dice, or can I do it at any point?
Cheater.
You can do it at any point in the round.
Wow.
Okay.
But just once.
So while you can see everybody's dice, that's fine. But any player could change the face of their die at any point by using
Right.
that manipulation track.
Oh,
Yeah,
for the
that's
track, not the reroll. Got it.
That's,
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
That's interesting because up until then I was going to say screens would be nice, but knowing that, so if I play this in the grasslands, it becomes wild, and I can take from any biome second because I've been played into the second spot. Am I correct in that?
That is correct. Yes.
Okay.
Can you play a blank into the grasslands?
Yes, you can.
Go. Got it.
So now we're
It's
going
back
to go
to
back
me.
to. Yes.
And nobody else. Am I going to have 2 nestlings, you said, or am I going to have 4 nestlings?
You have 4 nestlings every single round that need to be fed,
Okay.
or they can be fed, but playing. Yeah, you get the idea.
Boom.
Okay, so playing a second die into the freshwater isn't advantageous right now because currently you already have the majority.
Mm-hmm.
So I would either play a different die or change that die to something else until somebody else plays there.
Oh, you're still just going to grab 1 even if you have more than 1 die? Hold on. Wait. I take my turn back.
That's what this game should be called.
Still,
Evan takes his turn back.
So based on the knowledge that I have, no one else has a cactus.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to win the cactus, so I might as well have put this here, right?
well, what's good about grasslands is that you can choose. So if you win the majority for the desert, you can take these 2 snakes here. But then when it's time to resolve the grasslands, you could take these 2 caterpillars as well,
Well, so
being 4 nestlings.
my question is, no matter how many dice I have here, no one else is going to put any because no one else has a cactus.
Right.
And even
Unless
if
they change one of their die faces, yes.
Oh, they can change a die face.
Oh.
Okay, I'm good.
Using the dice manipulation track.
I'm good.
Okay.
Is it that you can take a maximum of 4 food around? Because you have 4.
Nestling. Yeah, the maximum you will ever be able to receive is 4.
Okay. So it makes no sense to try to get 6 because you're not going to get 6.
Don't be a hoarder.
Well, you won't be able to feed your nestlings 6, but you still get to get resource ring segments for every resource that you collect.
Oh, okay. So there is an advantage to doing it. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. So those will be gone. Those will be gone. That'll be gone. Well.
Yeah. Well, I'm what's this fancy thing? And this fancy thing. And this fancy thing. I see. Well,
Unhand my dice.
unhand my dice, you ruffian.
So you play this. Any second die that you play just gets stacked on top of your other
okay.
one.
Just to show my dominance.
Because, yeah, exactly.
I like it.
And you can definitely do that if you want to. If you think someone might change their die face to be a desert, just so that you can have the majority there.
Exactly.
But if you don't think that anybody else will, I would recommend either saving that die for the next round or changing its face.
You
But
can save it. If I don't choose to
you can
place it
save
now, do I
dice.
bow out?
Yeah.
Or can I wait and see if somebody tries to screw me over and then play it?
no, you'd have to play it on your turn. Either play it or save it.
So do blanks mean nothing? So like when it comes to me, I'm just essentially blocking someone with that blank in the grassland because I'm not actually going to get anything for it, right?
No, you totally are. That's the advantage of the grasslands.
So I can use but using a blank here, I would get nothing. Or here.
Yeah, you can't play blanks into any biomes, but except for the grasslands.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I think you're waiting on me, aren't you?
Yep.
Are you keeping that double, Evan, or are you
Obviously.
going to take that back?
No, I'm keeping the double, man. I know about you guys.
That's unlike you.
I know you would instantly change your die face and come over and screw me over because I'm in last place on this priority chart here.
Swoop it, yeah.
And then my children would be starving because of you. I can't allow that.
Okay, so
Hey,
everybody's playing
Halbert,
their
I'll do
dice.
Yeah. Call it Starve Evan's Children.
You would totally do it. My little nestlings. My little babies.
The expansion. Starving
Okay,
baby.
so now we resolve biomes. So I was the only person to play into this biome, so I choose which resource I want to collect. I choose a resource to discard back to the bag.
Ah.
Oh,
And then
forgot
I
that.
choose. I don't
That's
choose. I take
unfortunate.
the corresponding. Oops. And add it to the resource ring,
Oh.
and that resolves
Oh. Fancy.
the alpine biome. And these resources stay for the next round.
Okay, cool.
So
And we
moving on to
always-
the grasslands and the tie.
How did we know to start with this one? Do we always start with the mountains, or?
Yeah, the alpine is the first bound to start with, and we'll always move clockwise from there.
Okay.
It goes topographically.
Yeah.
Yes.
Top down. Elevation.
Okay, so moving on to the grasslands, we have a tie between gray and green. So green will win. Yep.
Yoink.
You will win the majority. These shift up.
Oh,
So because
cool.
you win the majority, you get to choose any resource that you want to add to your area, and then choose a resource to discard, and then I get to choose from what's left. And then don't forget to, once you've chosen your resources, come over here and gather the resource ring segments for that resource. Because you have two, you do get to take two. You add one to your resource ring, and then one will be an extra.
Sweet.
I'm all about the escargot.
I'll just take this
Nice.
Baby.
needle.
Escargot, baby.
So
Oh,
I
so
do-
I
Alright.
could. I didn't realize if there was two people in the place, the second person does get to take something.
Yeah, everyone will always get to take something.
You want to go back to your second die and redo
No,
it?
it's
Evan?
fine. It's fine. I know.
Let's
you
wind
would've-
it back.
I know
Hit
you
that
would've
back
screwed
button,
me
Brandon.
If I didn't. It's fine. I'm good.
Did I do my ring
Okay.
properly?
No.
So,
No. No.
so this guy right here will be an extra
Okay.
because these correspond to 16 unique
Oh, okay.
resources. So you
Okay.
can only play one snail in the ring ever.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And,
Okay,
and
moving on to the
remind me
desert.
now that we're a little bit in. How does the scoring work for the ring? Is there any scoring other than what's on my cards?
Yes. So the ring scores 1 point for every resource ring segment you have in your ring, and those points score cumulative every single round. So at this point, every single round, you will score 1 point for having this snail in your ring.
Cool.
Okay.
That's boss.
Moving on to the desert, there's a clear majority winner here.
That's
Yeah.
boss. Everything's been boss today. For
You got
me.
it,
So
boss.
choose.
So if I take the wild,
Sure.
Take the wild.
if I take the wild, does that only feed one nestling?
So the wilds don't feed any nestlings. They just allow you to take 2 resource ring segments.
So I would not feed any of my nestlings if I took that.
Correct.
That seems like a bad plan.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
So I'm gonna feed them some snakes.
I think it. Yeah, I
Feeding
think at
them
this
snakes.
stage, it's more advantageous.
Yeah.
Snake.
Yeah. Feeding them snakes might
Now you find
might
some
earn a
snakes
poison
right
benefit.
here. Oh, there's a snake. So I get 1 snake, 2 snakes. Yoink.
And then choose a resource to discard back to the bag.
I'm sorry? Oh, from here.
Yes.
Nobody's getting my wild.
Oh,
Get out of here.
nice. Interesting play. I like it.
Get out of here.
Okay, Jake.
Okay.
Didn't want
Yeah,
your
so
wild
I'll
in.
take 2 crabs, and then I get 1 for my resource ring, and then 1 for
You've
below,
got crabs.
Yeah, that one for next year.
He chose crabs.
And then you
Actually.
choose one of these to discard.
Or do crabs choose him? It's metaphysical.
They were there. Yeah.
It's literally
Okay.
on your person.
And then I choose 1 to discard. Oh, man. Let's
Copycat.
not ditch the wild. I'm going to
Exactly.
get rid of the dragonflies because I don't know why. I just feel like
That's what Trevor has.
nobody should have those. Do you need those? I don't think so.
Maybe.
Oh,
maybe.
secret. Yeah, that's your secret goal. I hope so.
There's no way to know.
Do these
Well,
need to
there
move
is.
over,
You
Brandon?
just have
Does
to
the
wait a
order
little.
matter?
The order doesn't. No, the order doesn't matter. I just do it just to keep things in order.
Oh, okay,
Orderly.
okay. Yeah, all right.
Where can I
Well,
buy this
nothing,
game
nothing
again?
to see here.
This
What did
looks
you say?
really cool. I said, where can I buy this game?
Nowhere yet.
Come on.
I have a link to the VGG page on my when it finally posts to YouTube.
Oh.
Nice.
Right? I did
Nice.
my research. Okay, so now I do the grasslands.
Oh, okay, so yes, exactly. And
Is
you
this
place
correct?
first, so you get to choose any resource you want from any
Give me that
biome.
lizard, baby. Suck on that, Nestling.
So you
even though
can't feed
I
your
know,
nestlings
I
the
know,
lizard
he's
because
not
lizards-
gonna,
Yeah.
not gonna like it, but
Okay.
he's gonna learn to love it.
So, I'm not going to ask. I was going to ask a question, but I ruined somebody's plan last time. One of the other playthroughs that I did, so I'm not going to
Don't
ask
ruin my
any
plan.
questions. Yeah, exactly.
Brandon, what happened to the wild that was up here? Why did it
I
go
took it
away?
I took it.
Oh, you took it. Oh.
Yeah.
because I was second.
Right.
Okay,
Showing
so
me
now
what I
it's
should have done.
me.
Yes.
It's green,
Yet.
and it's not me.
No, it is. It is. I
Oh,
just was getting Russian. I was just getting mean and Russian for a second.
All right. So I can't put these in my feeding area,
Nope.
but I do take
Correct.
2 frogs. Is that correct?
Yes.
So
Alright.
your 2 of your nestlings are starving because of that choice.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Let's see.
They'll be over in the blue, the freshwater.
Oh, sorry. I'm looking in my green. That would make sense.
While he's doing those,
Oh
we
yeah,
can move on to the next one.
yeah, got it.
Ooh.
I'll take the
Whoa.
tadpoles.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's solid.
Geez, maybe I should have fed my nest. It's fine. It's fine. I made the choices I made.
Okay, so tadpole. Tadpole, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay. Fair enough.
And then one more.
One more for green.
I like the grasslands. I'll have to admit,
Choose wisely.
prior to us actually collecting resources in the grasslands, I had no idea what was going to happen there. So,
So one more time, what happens if I feed my nestling?
You get to score 2 points for every nestling that you have fed for the round.
Okay, so I want that green then, right?
I personally would take it.
Yeah. Okay. And that is what is that? That's a grasshopper, maybe?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have
Alright.
3 people watching. Is it us? Is it us? It's us. It's got to be us.
There's nobody watching. If you're watching in the year 2025, it gets much better.
yeah.
No, it
So
doesn't.
this,
In the year
this grasshopper
2000.
that you collected will go into the ring.
In
Yeah.
the year
Okay.
2000.
I think we're finished
Right.
with everything for this round.
Excellent.
So go ahead and pull your dice off of the board. Just add it up to the pool.
And nobody saved a die, did they?
No.
No, I don't think so.
That would be a fool's errand.
Fools. But we
Fool
get
of
to
a
roll.
token.
And then we score points for the round. So 2 points for each nestling that you fed.
Yep.
1 point for each resource ring segment in your resource ring.
Bam. 6 points took us.
10, baby.
What?
yeah.
I
10,
feel
right?
like there's
How did
some
you get
collusion.
10?
2, 4,
There's
6,
some
8,
collusion happening.
10.
What a cheater.
Yeah. Sounds like cheating. Looks like cheating. Smells like cheating. So
Where
I
is
really
my
hope it's not. I'm
token?
shooting for that hybrid pet.
Hey, get off that hyber. That's mine.
I already have a pet, so
No, this was for
need
like a
accessory.
Didn't he say this was for like a knitted one?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, like a physical one.
No, he said a hyber pet or hyber accessory. Which I don't know
okay.
what that is.
So like an Uzi for my honey badger.
Devin better wake up and start crocheting because I'm coming for it.
Okay, so then take all the resources that you gathered for the round and just set them off to the side. You'll use those for end-game scoring
All right.
Cool.
in your nest and otherwise, but leave everything in your resource ring segment,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the wild if you collected one. You're only ever able to collect 1 wild per game.
All right.
And what does the wild do for you now?
So it allows you to collect 2 resource ring segments for whichever biome you gathered it from.
But now that it's in there,
Now that it's in there, it's just telling me that I cannot collect another one. It stays there.
Yeah.
oh, I see. You're allowed one
Yeah.
for the whole game, and it just blocks out the space.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't repetitively do anything. I got
And
you.
then, Brandon, is this also where we could exchange our additional ring segments?
Yes, at the end of every
If you
round,
had three.
if you have
Sure.
what you need, you
Yeah.
can make that
Can you say
transaction
that
from
part
whichever
again?
emotion you choose.
Mouse.
What is that you're doing
What did you
over
say?
there, cheater?
Nothing. Don't mind me.
Like a mouse.
What do
Okay.
you?
Now
What are
Just
you allowed to
so
exchange?
so you can exchange the additional ring segments if you have them,
Yeah.
according to this the chart over
Oh,
here.
right.
But
The
yeah,
Yeah.
we don't have enough right now. But
Yeah.
gotcha.
All right. Let's do another round.
Okay. So the next round, we each will have 4 dice.
Oh.
And we don't get any more
And we
cards.
will-
Our hidden goal cards are just our hidden goal cards, right?
That's correct.
We don't get more.
No.
wow,
All right.
So before rolling, it's okay if you roll, but before we roll,
Okay.
we'll fill up all the biomes with resources.
Okay.
oh that's
Oh
right.
yeah, right. I'll keep
Ooh,
that.
that
roll
one
for
goes
now.
back in the
As a
bag.
reminder, you can have 2 per spot, but never any more than that. So if you happen to gather another one, just set it off to the side
I'll
and
set it
keep
off to the
drawing
side.
until you gather a unique one. I used to put them back in the bag, but I realized you're way more likely to draw a unique one if you don't do that.
Yeah.
Totally.
It took me like, I don't know, 20 playthroughs to figure that out.
Yeah.
You're like, what is happening? Why do I keep drawing the same thing?
Okay, and now we each roll our dice.
Yeah,
I already did it.
rolled them.
As a reminder, you can re-roll as many dice as you want one time.
I would never do it.
Sweet. So the advantage of majority is just that you get to pick first
Yeah.
in the biome.
You get to pick
Got it.
first, and you,
Yeah.
in a way, get to control what other people get to choose. So,
Yeah, right.
um,
Sure.
yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Trevor will play first, and then we will play clockwise for the round.
I'm just trying to decide if I want to re-roll this sucker, and I don't.
And I don't.
No, never mind. Let's just go right into the grassland.
Grassland, huh?
Over to you, Evan.
I see.
Or as I like to call him, second place.
Nobody better come from my desert.
Cool. I'm gonna place Grassland.
Secret games. I'm
Oh.
here. I had scheduled a full evening after the BGL podcast, but the dishwasher had other plans. Oh no.
What was that? Oh, your chat.
Oh, and we have Brittany Almond watching.
Somebody's watching?
Hey, Brittany.
Wow,
We have 2 people.
Nice.
I
that's
know.
amazing. I should
She
go
was-
sit in an
Back to you,
actual
Trevor.
chair.
She probably said that like an hour ago, and Trevor was like, "Nobody's watching."
It's my play, right?
It is, yeah.
What do I want to do?
Welcome to the most riveting live stream that has ever strummed.
Strum.
Because streams strum, right? That's anyway. Pretty sure.
I love a good stream.
good.
Wait, leave
where
that
you can
alone.
get
Leave that alone.
the latest playtests of the up and coming games and bad dad jokes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Aplenty.
I don't know.
Just do something, Trevor.
I did.
Anything.
Okay,
I took
good.
the last grassland
Now it's
spot.
back to you, Evan.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Oh, you took the grasslands?
One octave higher.
You took the grasslands?
The grasslands, man.
You guys are sons of bees, man. Okay. I'm gonna take. You best believe I'm gonna take me some Alps.
Nice. Going for my own biome.
Are you sure?
Alps.
Alps? Can I get an Alps?
Is it me?
Yeah.
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's me.
It's not me.
I'll
Shmee.
go and eat my food.
Shmee, what about Shmee? Yoink.
Ooh, I don't want to
I
get
also eat your food.
don't want to get placed out of the grassland, so
I
Yeah.
drink your
Savannah.
milkshake.
Whatever, just because I'm in last.
Whoa, who's
The lower
encroaching
bird.
over here?
Ah, sorry, bro.
We've got
Sorry about your
a
luck, bro. Let me see how it is.
Is it me
Let's
again?
see how it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Trevor,
yeah,
back to
you.
you.
Okay,
Mhm.
sorry. I was watching the action over here.
So what I don't like
Um,
is that you blocked me out of the grasslands.
Yeah. That's not going to play good at all for me. So what happens if there's like nothing by the time I play?
Oh, there should certainly be
Well,
something.
there's
for you.
five. There's 5 choices and max four players, so there's always gonna be something.
Yeah, but don't you get rid of one? As soon as you choose, you get rid of one, and then you choose, you get rid of one.
Oh, is that true?
Yes, there will be one spot available for you.
Potentially. I didn't check to see if anybody else has a die that, like, if I guess it would be blue, so they don't. But they could change that to a cactus.
Well, even if
Play in there. What
they
would
did,
happen?
So there's 5 spots. Player 1 chooses 1, discards 1. That leaves 3 spots. So there's 3 more players. Each player would take 1.
Oh,
So
they
there'll
only
always be a
discard.
spot available for.
Oh, you don't discard every time you take. Only the first player discards 1.
Only the person who wins majority.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
Interesting.
Okay, that's good. So I'm gonna get screwed there. So let's do. Can I still re-roll this, or is that out the window now?
Yeah, that's out the window. You got to reroll at the beginning, but you could change it with the track there.
I could do that. Yeah, I'm pretty far down. I might as well. I'm actually maybe. No. I'll put it out there. I was gonna save it, but
Yeah. All right. Evan's up.
I save my die like a champion.
no. What a dick.
At least I'm
Saving.
not a boss.
Saving it. Well, man, what do I
I
want to do?
savor it.
I don't want to be contested by Brandon here, so I'm gonna stack.
Uncontested.
I'm going to save mine.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So,
Resolving here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a tie in the Alpine. I will
Yep.
break the tie.
interesting.
Nice.
Jam.
Okay, I'll grab these 2 here.
And
And
I
discard. These 2.
discard those 2. What do you already have over here in your Alpine Wonderland? You've got beautiful flowers. You've got beautiful beetles. And what's your third one? Just 2?
In the Alpine, I only have the 1.
Oh, you've just got Alpine. You've got the beautiful flowers. Okay, well, I'm going to take these sweeties over here. Whatever these are. And then I get... I think I just took one of these. I get
Cool.
one of these. And one of these. Oop, did I
Rad.
just take like 87 of them? I just took a bunch.
Yeah,
All right.
Okay, so
Whole
then
little ramekin.
moving
full.
over to
So-
the Savannah.
And
we have
I
a
get to
three-way
break
tie
this
here.
guy.
Yes.
Cool. Nice. So I'm going to take that wild, of course.
Whoa.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's not the obvious choice, but
And then
that's
you'll
what I'm
choose
gonna
one
do.
to discard from that area.
Okay, I'll get rid of scorpions.
And then Evan will break the tie between Trevor and himself.
So take me
And I get to take two
Lizardo.
segments for that, right?
Oh wait, I can take
Because you collected 2 resources.
I can take
Yeah.
grasshoppers.
No, because I took a wild.
Yeah.
And they can be.
Yes, from.
Do they have to be from the grassland or from the savannah?
Yes, they do.
Oh, okay.
They can only hop in the
So from
grassland.
whichever biome you collect the wild from, that's
Sure.
where you have to gather the resource ring segments from.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay, and now I have to
Nice.
take something from the green. I will take this guy, which is a bug.
A bug. So now we're down into the desert, which is going to start with green.
Yes.
And then go to gray, and then go to me. Got it. Right? Did I mess it up?
So green should be at the bottom. And then.
Why does
So
green be
will
at
win
the bottom?
majority here. Because green won the majority, so
Right.
they would move to the bottom.
Right, but then between the next two, doesn't the next person drop to the bottom? Which was gray?
So that would be me, so I'd be at the bottom.
Okay.
But don't I have majority here? No?
Yeah, well, you do because of the tie breaking, but not because of dice that are playing.
Those are 3 different colors there.
Yeah, I'm confused. How were these ones before
The
Evan?
green was at the top.
Oh, okay, so I'm supposed to choose.
Green was... Yes.
Okay.
We just moved fast.
And if I take the wild, that means... Well, I couldn't feed my nestlings from here anyway, right?
That's true.
Correct.
The wild's good for you.
So if I take the wild, I can place 2 things in my ring if I do this, right?
2 things in your ring.
Yes, from the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything I want.
And you'll also choose a resource to discard.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'll take those 2 and...
Why are you looking at my player board?
I don't know. I just having a quick look.
I feel like you're scheming. Is that true?
This is Hyber stuff. This is very important.
We're playing for a Hyber pet, people.
I already got me a honey badger. I don't care.
Honey badger don't care.
I don't know. It all looks awesome.
Are you guys still picking over the desert over there? Because
yes,
and now spaced out for the last 10 minutes.
Well, I'm
Settle down there, cowboy.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't pick through a desert as fast as you.
40 days, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking droid rings. Just some droid parts.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I think we're finished with the desert.
I got crabs. I'm taking more crabs.
What is with you and the crabs, man?
I like them, man. I like the crabs. I gotta have them.
You got more crabs. Holy crap.
And then I take...
Holy crab.
Holy crab.
Choose one to discard.
Correct, yeah.
Get
rid of the dragonflies.
Yeah, why not?
And then we resolve the grasslands. So Trevor will pick first.
Which I'm not a part of, I'll note.
Do we do 4 rounds? Is that what we do?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Grassland.
So I feel like now we're finally up to speed, so we probably
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's clicking.
It took us a minute to get all our technical issues worked out.
Yeah.
It took me a minute to get used to the double voice too.
Yes.
Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
I think we actually got started
I've
at like
had that before.
9:15, so our technical issues didn't run over too badly.
Yeah, which is nice.
Crap, what do I want? I guess. Do I have one of those? What is that, a gecko?
Everybody needs a gecko. I've got one.
I do not have a gecko.
Is it a gecko? I think it's a skink. No, it's a gecko. Yeah, for sure.
It's
I
a
don't
lizard.
want it. I don't
What
want
if
to do that.
What if it's Charmander?
Then you need to take it.
No.
It could be.
It's
It is
not a
close to the
Charmander.
desert. It might
It's
be.
the clear choice.
Okay, so I get.
Oh wait a minute! I forgot to
sorry.
feed my nestlings with these suckers. Good choice. Good choice.
I'm gonna take this one.
Why?
I don't know.
Fine.
Because
All right,
he's
well,
just a tadpole.
I'm gonna take the frogs.
I'm going to take 2 daisies.
I feel like getting locked out of the grasslands was a bad plan. It seems important.
Is that frog? Yeah.
Saffron.
Nice.
Fancy.
Yeah, the grasslands are cool. That's very nice.
Oh, I forgot to take my
Oh, I forgot to do my meow.
Wait, let's back up. Evan needs to.
Back it
Right
up.
place.
Oh, I took 2.
All right.
All right. Where's that? Yeah, right there.
Okay, if everybody has chosen, then we can score for the round.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Take your dice back and then score.
Take the dice back. Okay, sweet.
I didn't do my last one.
Whoa.
What do you mean?
I had a green here. I did
Well, you
this
should
guy.
do
Oh,
it.
you didn't do the
You
last
should do
one?
it.
I didn't do the last one. Sorry, I was
Oh,
playing
okay.
with my.
Go ahead.
Grab a.
Sorry about that.
Take
No,
what you
no,
want,
it's me.
you filthy
It's all me.
animal.
No, I don't want to do that. I'll take this one. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I do.
Okay, sweet.
Which is another weird looking fish. All right, where is he?
Tadpole.
Tadpole. This guy. What's got no thumbs?
So,
This guy.
so it's 2 per nestling and then 1 for each ring segment.
Correct.
Oh, I took a tadpole instead of a fish. Oops.
So
Where's that fish?
Did I take my grasshopper?
10, 13.
Yeah, I took my grasshopper. Did I get my grasshopper? I didn't grab my grasshoppers. Son of a... There you are.
Nice. Is there anything else I'm missing on scoring? Just
Wait,
2
where
per
did I
nestling,
grab
1
my
per ring segment. Nothing
I
else,
did
right?
grab a grasshopper.
No, you're not missing anything.
I just didn't
Okay,
grab a
cool.
second one and put it over here.
Looks like somebody moved my marker though.
I would never do that. I moved yours instead
I
of
haven't
mine.
even moved my
Yes.
marker.
I can't remember how many points I
You
have.
were
Did I
at
have
6. You were at 6. We were there
Okay,
together.
cool.
I had to move you out of my Wii.
I'm sorry. I made a mistake, so I'm taking a bit of time here. Sorry. Okay, I think I got my ring right now. So this doesn't count for any points, but it counts in my ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wow, Trevor, you're really working on that ring, man.
Wow.
Should have put a ring on it.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, once everybody has scored, pull your resources off and set them to the side.
I think you guys
Sweet.
counted wrong. Did you notice how far behind I am? I think it's obviously someone miscounted. Is that?
I
think that's
think
what
he
happened.
needs.
Yeah.
At this
a couple
point
rat
in
tails.
time, you'd be able to trade in resource ring segments for Nestles cards if you chose to, and also the wild resource ring segment if you have that.
Oh yeah.
Open to you.
So
say that
Save
again.
3 to get a.
I'll trade 3 crabs to get a fish.
Nice.
I'm going to trade in 4 of anything and put them right there to get one of these suckers. Let's show the audience at home.
Ooh, what'd you get?
Oh, well, let me tell you. None of your business.
What? You didn't show the audience or us.
I showed the audience.
Oh, okay.
You are my opponents, my competitors. You shall know nothing.
So these ring segment
Okay, so-
things up here, are they worth anything at the end of the game? Sitting here?
Yeah, so every 3 that you have is worth 1 point at the end.
Okay. And when it says change in any 3 segments, trade in 3 resource ring segments at the end of the game for 1 additional victory point, that's just end game stuff. So I either need 4 different or 3 of the same to level up, which I don't have, right?
Right.
Okay. Just checking.
Can you
You're
guys
1 away
believe
from having.
at some point we're going to need chat moderation on this live stream? Right now, not so much.
Yeah.
But
Well,
we've
this is Scorpion
got 2
Instagram.
people watching.
You think we will?
They're still there?
There's one other person. There's 5 people watching right now.
Nice.
I don't know what to tell you.
You're
Instant
just
classic.
yeah. You're just too popular, Evan.
It's like fun with flags. It's like we've got 2 people.
Which, by the
How many-
way, chat, I do go over there and look at your comments. So if you have any questions or anything for
How
Brandon,
many geckos
or
can I
for
pull out
any
of
of
the bag?
the guest playtesters,
OMG.
you're welcome to chat it out.
This is getting crazy.
Sweet.
So now we roll 5 dice.
Okay, finally.
Is that true?
4
Unless we
dice
roll
again.
4 dice, unless you saved 1.
I did save 1. Do I re-roll it or just leave it?
Yeah, you'll re-roll it.
I will re-roll it. Okay.
What are these 2 berries up here?
Cow.
Evan?
Huh?
What are these 2
Those
berries
are
up here?
raspberries. Those should be in the. Unless,
I collected those.
Evan, did you collect these?
Why are you trying to take
okay.
my berries?
I'm just wondering what your
Sorry about that.
Get your hands off
organizational
my
skills are
berries.
over here.
Get
You
your
got berries
hands
over
off
here,
my
you got
berries.
snakes over here, you got grasshoppers over here.
I've got a diverse dietary requirement, okay?
Nice.
Okay, go ahead and roll
just a
dice.
very
Well, I'm
messy-
definitely re-rolling some of
Very
these
messy
suckers.
nest.
That's a
So how
messy
many
nest.
dice do we actually get this turn?
What did you
Is it
say?
4.
4? Okay.
Are those all blank? What? What just happened?
I just,
No, 3
Did
out
you
of
roll
4.
blanks?
I just re-rolled 3 dice and they all came up blank. It's fine.
Oh, ouch.
Nice.
Sneaky Brick Game says challenge accepted. I'm not sure what the challenge was. Was it to be the moderator, or to ask
To
a
fill up
question?
the chat.
Oh, to fill up the chat. Okay.
Fill up the chat with questions, maybe.
Challenge accepted.
Boom. And
As soon as
boom.
everyone's done, we can start placing dice.
Ooh. Okay, and we start with you, right, Brandon?
Yep, looks like I'll start this one.
Cool.
Brittany Allman says they have never lost this game. Basically, a professional Nestlings player. I don't know if that's true.
Oh.
That's
Awesome.
true.
I can't stand by the veracity of that statement, but they definitely believe it's true.
Why you gotta be that
The
guy,
amount of
Brandon?
times that I lose at this game is alarming.
Well, I think I'll take care of that for you this round, this time. We'll see. We'll see. There's still time.
You never know.
I've got 3 blanks
Yeah, we'll
here,
see.
so it's looking good.
Who's placing next?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Well, you better
Evan,
believe
over
I'm
to
not
you.
gonna I'm not going to get left out of these grasslands this time.
Well, now I gotta. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Followers.
Indeed. All right, Trevor.
Okay, so that's gonna play first.
Mhm,
That's interesting.
mhm. Oh, these go away now, right? The nestlings. Sorry, buddies.
Mm,
Yeah, any resources you had that you fed your nestlings go to the side.
Is it back to me? Is it back to me?
No,
I
not
think
yet.
it's Trevor.
Oh, that makes
Trevor's
sense. That makes
just
sense.
piddling around.
Like a boss.
Get off my land.
I drink your milkshake.
I'm gonna go desert.
Oh, turnabout fair play.
Come on now. Come on
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. I'm going to go up into... Well, do I really care? Ooh.
Isn't that a blank?
It is a blank. All right, I'll
What do
just
you
use
think
my...
What do you
I'll
think
use
you're
my...
doing?
I'll use my desert for now. Well, I was going to have to use one of my fancy rings.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
My fresh water.
So, let's see. Okay, all right.
Not just
one-
water.
Wait,
No,
wait.
Fresh
No one
water.
wants your fresh water, man.
Have I spent too many dice? What just
Not
happened?
Oh,
so
look
fresh.
at him and going after those crabs again.
He can't stop himself. Gotta
They
get
love
them
the crabs.
Once you get it. Oh, tricky.
It's tricky. Okay. Back to me. And I think I will waste Ina Doodler to place it
Ooh, nice,
there.
nice.
One? Is one the correct?
Mm.
Oh, look at that.
Very cool. I'm gonna.
I guess I should look at what I want.
Mountain.
Did you
He's
hurt
a
yourself?
mountain man.
I'm going to
Did you say ow?
Me?
just place it
Yeah.
here.
I never say ow. I don't feel feelings.
Oh,
I'll place
that
it.
I can buy that.
Oh, to make me need a moderator. Sneaky Brick Game says
Oh,
the challenge accepted was
Yeah.
to make us need a moderator. I love
Yeah,
it.
that's fair.
I love it.
Like,
I'm going to
There's
save my last dice.
gotta moderate this.
I'm also saving my die.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, my goal is that this will be actually useful for, designers to watch and be like, oh, that feedback could be applicable to the situation I've got going on. So hopefully people will find it useful, but who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
I think that's
Not
everybody.
if I have anything to say about it.
Exactly, right? Are we all done? I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm holding off on
Very
that
good.
blank.
so
Right, done.
Alpine.
starting with the Alpine, I have majority, so I'll choose first.
Mm-hmm.
And take these two sunflowers.
I don't like the way that went down.
Star.
That
Just
did not
don't
go
like-
down right. Whoa.
Yeah, look out. So now it is blue gets to pick.
Well, it doesn't really matter. I guess I'll take these.
And then yellow gets to pick,
I don't
which
have
is
any-
I.
I have wide open Alpine, so
Oh, wait, who else is going to pick now?
me.
Green
But
is-
I got nothing yet.
You
so
got
it
nothing
doesn't
there, so
matter.
it doesn't matter what I take from you.
No, you can't screw me.
Okay, so I'll take
Just throw them anywhere. That's the rule.
that.
I actually should have discarded one of those double resources from the Alpine, but I was planning on being able to use my grasslands in order to gather one of those resources. But I didn't take into account that all these spots were taken.
Yeah.
Flies, flowers. Wait, what the heck did I just grab?
Too
That's
late.
a flower. There we go.
Nice.
Flower, but I get two
Okay.
of them.
All right. So
So moving on to the grasslands.
That's not right. Get out of there.
It's a tie, so green
Trevor
goes
will break
first.
the tie.
Yeah, sorry. I had too many things coming out of the cup there.
I can rearrange this.
So,
Okay.
oh no.
So what do we got? What? Why'd it go to the bottom?
So we're in the
Because green's
savannah.
picking first.
Oh, you already moved it.
I moved
Okay.
it. Because you're
I
doing
got
it.
you.
You're doing
I
big
was gonna say,
things.
I don't think I'm on the bottom again. Okay.
You
What
actually
do-
never get to pick first.
What do I need? The one thing I need isn't there? Is that right? Or there's not
A sneaky
just
brick
space
says
for everything. Oh, okay.
they are interested in the concept of the stream having more playtests widely visible, super valuable to designers. Good, I hope so. Also, props to Brandon for the quality of this game and the courage to go first. I agree.
Yeah,
I
totally.
agree,
Oh,
because
nice, thanks.
if you ever talk to anybody who's play tested their game with me, they know I am the most
brutal.
brutal.
He's brutal.
I'm the most brutal of the feedbackers.
Intense.
But it's useful if you
Like,
can
cut this
survive
out,
the
get
night
rid of it.
afterwards. You just rock yourself to sleep slowly, and then the next morning you make the changes.
Rock yourself to sleep.
Ooh, I can't spell.
Or cry yourself to sleep.
Yeah, there's a little crying in there, you know.
Okay, Trevor, then you'll
It's not
get one of
that
these
brutal.
discard.
Oh yes, I got to get rid of something.
I'll
What
break the tie between
does
Evan
he
and I.
want? What does he not want?
Okay.
What do I want? Nobody knows.
Well, you got all
What
kinds
do
of
I want?
green. You got all kinds of green you need.
It couldn't be escargot. Yeah, it was a stretch. That was a
It
stretch.
doesn't really matter, I guess. I'll do the geckos because I did those last time.
Nothing really matters to me. Duty, 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 do.
Nothing really matters.
All right, now it's my turn. I take this dang beetle.
Ooh.
It's a dung beetle. Then.
That dang
That's a
beetle.
dang beetle.
It's a day. It's a.
They're actually really good dancers. Okay, let me see. Do the dang.
Dang.
Do the dang. Okay.
See that thing?
Is that a thing?
No.
No. No.
I'm out of touch with the kids nowadays.
No, not even close. Don't say that to anyone. They'll be like,
I'm gonna make it a thing.
What?
I'm gonna make it a thing.
are we ready for the desert here? Blue's going to
So
go first.
I go first. Okay,
Blue's
I'll
going to
take
go first. Here, I got the rest of
take
these. Oh,
some
you messed it up.
grass. I'll take some grass.
Grass. How come there's only ones down there? How am I going to feed my nestlings? I feel like there's a lot of collusion against me.
Well,
I'm going to take this
that's
bee.
real.
Okay.
It's real. It's real. The collusion is real. Where's my dang bee? There we go. Whoop. There's bees, there's
Alright.
beetles.
All right, Trevor. Wait, do we discard one from here? From these?
Whoever the first
desert?
one was did it.
Oh,
Yeah, whoever had the
Should've-
majority
should've
should
done it.
discard.
that's fine.
Would you have done the bee? You could take the bee.
No, you can
You
have
could
the
take
bee.
the bee. The bee's a good choice.
I
Like bee.
I don't. It's cool. We'll just let it be.
All
All right. So green is first here, I think. Right.
Let it be.
Does that rearrange the hierarchy, even though he's not top?
I won't rearrange the top one, but just the ones that are involved.
I see. Okay.
It's got a weird feeling that crabs are what I need.
Gotcha.
More
hanging out with
importantly,
with
I
Jack too
think
much?
they're what Jack wants.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out with Jack too much.
Man, my crabs.
I got Jack.
Why's everybody after my crabs?
Why is everyone? Can't you just let me have my crabs? Wait, I gotta see what I have. Oh, frogs or tadpoles? Frogs or I'm gonna take tadpoles.
Whoever the majority here has to discard one first as well.
Oh right.
Wow.
I took crabs,
But were crabs available?
what
to
was he
take?
looking at? Which one should I take? These are good.
Oh, that's brutal.
I mean, once one person has crabs,
Is that the wrong one?
No, it's the right one.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
will
good then.
take the hold on. Let me see. How's this work? 4 different segments. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have.
Well, I'll take
the
I guess I'll just take the fish.
different-
Doesn't really matter. Take
When
the
can we trade
fish.
in?
we
At the
can.
end of the round.
Okay. And is it any one?
Oh, the fish, those go on my those feed my nestlings, so that's cool. Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Okay, into the grasslands here. I'm gonna take grasshoppers.
Grasshopper.
Oh, we're not done yet. I keep forgetting about
I
grasslands.
shall take
Hold on.
these.
Hold on.
What?
It's
Are
Trevor.
we doing grasslands?
Yeah, Trevor's next.
We're at
Ugh,
grasslands now.
Slow your roll.
ugh. I've revealed everything.
Give away your position.
I've given away everything.
Well, there's none of those left. What are you guys doing to me? I guess I'll do. I don't know. Sure,
Dragon-
why not? More water.
Dragonfly. All right, now I'll take. Is this a cricket? A
Looks
cicada?
that looks like a cricket to me.
Oh, that was dumb. That
Dumb?
was really dumb. Mine was
Yep.
really dumb.
I mean, you did block
Was
me
it?
from feeding a nestling.
No, I already had my
Cricket.
blue. My blue ring is filled. That was dumb.
Oh,
You can still take the resource ring segment as an extra.
What's that? Oh, I take the 2 dragonflies and put them in here, right? Is
Yeah.
that what you mean? Yeah. I know, but I should have just taken the piece. Now I gotta buy it because I'm a moron.
okay. And then we score, right?
You'd be a good stand-up
Yes,
comedian,
and-
Trevor, because you're very self-deprecating. All the best stand-up. No, that's not true.
And trade in resource ring segments.
I am self-deprecating, but I don't know if that would make me a good.
Wait, I can't take your
Yeah.
die. There we go. Here, you keep that.
Huh. What's the
Whoa.
I think you also have to be funny.
Yeah, that's the other requirement.
Yeah.
three,
Dang it.
the
No,
same?
oh, that's not even a dragonfly, is it? No, that's not dragonfly. Gotta put that back.
So now we score. Yeah. Hey,
Yes.
so I've got
2, 4, 6, 8.
Where did the dragonfly go?
So-
There he is.
There we go. I'm briefly ahead until everyone else also scores. Which is nice. It feels good.
I'm gonna trade in 1, 2, 3 of these guys. Make sure I don't have any of my special guys in there.
I'm going to trade in for a Nestlings card.
Oh, I can trade in 2.
What?
Like 6, right? 6 blues. Okay, that blue wasn't such a bad idea then. It probably still wasn't the best idea, but so I can
6
take.
blues. Well, they have to be the same thing, not just
yeah,
the
they
same
did be
color.
the same resource.
Really?
Yeah, not just blues. They have to be,
Oh,
crabs, for
Like
example.
like 3 crabs or 3 grasshoppers
Yeah.
or whatever.
okay. So
Yeah,
I'll
3
do the
of the exact
dragonflies
same.
then. I see what you got. Okay, so I'll take these 3 back, and I will take a. What do I want? Anything from the mountains. Pretty much.
Pretty much.
I don't have any flowers. I need some flowers. Okay, these guys come back. Flower goes in. Yeah, that was not the most efficient. Okay, and sorry, now I'm scoring. 4, 8, 9,
Okay.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Are you telling me I'm still in last? Yes.
20,
35.
30.
You're really
Wow.
killing it with the resource ring.
Nice.
Yeah,
He's working on that ring.
All right.
Okay,
All
so
right.
for the
Okay,
last
then,
round, we
don't
do
forget to-
3 dice, right?
Yes.
But I
Unless you save
saved one. So I get quattro. Saving the die between you and I. You know
And we
I will
just
save
lost
the
all our
die.
viewers.
It's actually, we're not going to get demonetized because that's not a real song.
Yeah.
No, but we will no longer have any viewers.
Oh, yeah, sorry about that. No, that's definitely
That's
true.
true. Yeah.
That's definitely true.
thing.
Yeah.
So I'm out of resources, Brandon, in my bag.
in the back.
That's a problem.
Is that
Oh,
That's a huge problem. Oh
How
wait,
do you
yeah,
score?
that's
0 in there? Huh?
never happened before.
It's because you ate all those crabs.
there you go?
Yeah, too many crabs.
Good to know.
Well, I guess
Fantastic.
Well, now
Yeah.
there's just fewer to pick from, man. I like it.
yeah.
yeah, I guess so. I'll definitely address that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a problem.
Might be fine.
I like it.
Well, what about these guys out here? What are those?
And what I say is correct.
Those are extras. You can't have more than 3 of the same type, so
Gotcha.
unless Brandon, how do you want to handle it?
Yes.
In this case, should I put these on the board?
I don't think so. I think we leave it.
Okay, just leave them off. Okay, that's cool. I'm
Exception
fine with
rules are for suckers.
that. Yeah, Evan will have notes on exceptions.
I will not tolerate any of it.
No exceptions.
No exceptions. No soup for you.
Yeah,
Nobody-
it's always the easiest thing to cut. You have an exception. It's like just don't make it happen.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Don't let it be. You have to write a rule about that.
Yeah. Why would you want that? Green. What are you up to?
Okay.
No,
Did you guys roll your dice already?
I did.
I did not.
I'm the only one. Okay.
I'm not the only. Oh, that is a real song.
Interesting.
Bonnie Raitt.
Oh,
That
whoops.
didn't need some of that. Oh, and these need to come off because they've been fed. They've been eaten.
Don't eat the nestlings. That's a mistake.
Do I want to continue here? Do I want to continue? Yes. Reroll. I think I rolled the same thing. That's awesome. Okay.
Green.
And green is first.
Green is mean.
All right. Y'all can suck it.
Trevor's language is unclean.
What's the rating on this channel?
You know, frankly, I have no idea. I think I looked at the YouTube content rules, and it was no excessive swearing.
Okay.
So
So
a
I'm
couple
good.
of words here and there is fucking fine.
Sneaky Brick says he came here for your legendary singing talents.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that was one of the draws. I told you the reason we have so many viewers is because of your popularity.
Yeah.
It was that album you did.
I have 2 albums.
Oh,
Oh, it's my turn. I've got 2 metal albums. Okay. They don't sound anything like my voice. Okay, I am gonna obviously do the best first maneuver, which is grasslands.
Second best maneuver.
Well, yeah, because I didn't go first.
oh yeah, my turn. Let's see. I'm going to I'll do grasslands. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Probably should have been paying attention to my goal cards, eh?
Yeah, those.
I rely on you
We'll see.
not doing that so that I have a chance of coming back.
Oops.
Oopsie.
In Wingspan, it almost wouldn't matter if you didn't look at your goal cards most of the time.
What do I want to do? Let's do this mofo.
I definitely made some mistakes.
First playthrough, you know.
Mistakes were made.
Rome was built in a day, people. I was there. But they did make a
Emperor
mistake.
Evan.
They
does
did
have
make
a
a
nice-
mistake. They didn't actually declare me emperor. He was kind of like a, silent puppet strings kind of emperorship.
Nice.
So you won't find me in any of the textbooks.
Oh, we've we've lost Jack. Oh no, he's
Yeah, I just dropped something.
Oh,
Okay.
he's gone.
the crabs.
Did
I've
you?
dropped my crabs.
Yeah.
I've
Look
lost
at all
my
these-
marbles.
Look at all these crabs down here.
Jack.
Evan, I believe it's your go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Evan.
I was busy quoting movies, obviously,
Nice.
as
Okay.
one does.
Ooh, I will. Oh, fresh
I've
water.
lost my
why not?
marbles. Home run, Jack.
Is it great? Oh, is it Jack's turn?
I believe it's my turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already placed. So
That and that. That's not gonna work.
And for all our
Am I the only
viewers,
one that saved a die for
I saved it. I saved it.
Oh.
What do I want?
For all our viewers out there, Brandon, did you do all of this art and graphic design?
No, I hired out the art, but I did all the graphic design myself.
Cool, nice.
Nice.
And this is a little. I don't even know if you remember this, Brandon, but you actually did the graphic design for my day job logo.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah.
What was it?
Sorry, guys. 1 sec.
It looks a little something like this. What?
Oh yeah, I did do that.
Yeah. Can you see that?
I probably want.
Yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
I was like posting on a thing.
that's
and I was
awesome.
I was like, hey, I need a logo. And you were like, I'll make a logo. And I was like, dope, because I need one. It was great.
Nice.
It worked out. My turn?
It's your turn.
I do this
What a
like a
dick.
boss.
I'm gonna.
What a dick.
Why? Why'd you do it? What am I gonna
Can't
do?
get one over on me. No uteruses for you. Wait, what is this? Oh, it's a scorpion.
Those are scorpions.
Well, when they're really
I
tiny,
did kind of.
They do look like the whole set there.
Yeah.
when they're tiny. See, when I zoom in, I can
I-
actually
I-
see that it's a scorpion.
Let's see. What? What do I want here? What do I want to do? I'm gonna.
Uteruses? Uteri. Well, it's probably Greek, so it's probably
Yeah.
uteruses.
Yeah, probably.
I don't think you can have more than one, but
Well,
yeah.
don't discriminate, okay?
I'm gonna flip my.
I'm sure you can probably, but
thing.
Yeah, that would be. I wouldn't. Not recommended.
not recommended.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip this die to desert. So I'm just gonna go desert.
Mm.
Go Alpine.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's not good for me.
That's some fresh water.
That's bad for me.
That's not desert.
I did the little pip thing. I just didn't. I'm too lazy to change it. Let's see, what should it be?
It is pretty labor intensive.
I know.
Seems like
Those
cheating.
keys are so far apart.
The one is really far from the two. It's
Gotta like stretch my fingers.
Is it
Also,
back to-
also,
no,
I
it's
can't
back to,
figure out what number. I give up.
Brandon,
I don't
it's
even
you,
know
right?
what
Your last
number
one?
to press.
You let me know if you need a breather. Just
Do you still have a
We can
die?
Yeah,
take a minute.
I'm gonna
I do.
tag out. I'm tagging
go
you in
before
here,
me.
Trevor. You find the cactus. I can't find it.
Watch.
We don't need
I'll
to wait
try
for him
it
to find the
on
cactus.
one die here. Watch. Oh darn!
You won't find it. I guarantee it.
I think it's number.
Get your hand out of the way. I got it.
There it is. Oh,
got
there
it.
was a cactus. Okay. I was like, there's no cactus here.
I'm,
The cactus
I'm
has three
changing my
arms. The
die.
cactus is number 3.
This
I'm
dice is
changing my
gaslighting
die
me.
to
So
go
obvious.
over here because that's an extra point. Oh, it's a point either way. Does it even matter? It's going to be a point either way.
Either.
I'll go right here. I'm not already there yet.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. Challenge.
I change it to go there. What was the number? 1. That's not.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
3.
I think it's different for
Three.
your dice because you have
3.
2
There we go.
cactuses.
There we go.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 is blank. Got it. That makes sense.
Okay. I'm done. We're done. We got it.
We're done.
Okay, yep, that's it, I think. So, all right. Okay, so looks like Evan will break the tie in the Alpine.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. Give me them moths, right?
What do I have?
Ooh.
I have fly.
Or should I
A wild.
take?
Now's a good time for a wild.
Or should I take this here wild?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, what a chump.
Almost certainly.
And then let's see. I get to just take whatever I don't already have. Well, I'm gonna take
Get
flies.
to whatever you want there.
I'm gonna take flies, and I'm gonna take. I don't think. Do I already have flowers? I do already have flowers. I got 2 kinds of flowers.
And don't
I'll
forget
get-
to screw us.
I'll take. Oh, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'll take
I
the
know it.
butterflies because I happen to know that those won't be available.
And then
Boom, boom,
I'll break the tie
boom.
between Trevor and I.
Awesome.
I will go
Awesome.
Rascal.
Sweet. That's great.
Love that.
Awesome.
Saw it coming.
The best part of that is the only 2 things I have is these 2 things. I have 2 things, and they're both these things.
So when you
Oh,
say
nice.
best part, you mean I
Good,
might
good.
catch up to you in the final scoring?
Oh, no, you got no chance.
Oh, son of a
You can suck it.
sucker. That's fair. I get
And
it.
by it, I mean
Yeah.
whatever
No, I
you
got
want.
it. Oh, I got it. Understood.
Trevor will break the tie here in the Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about time.
It's boat
Doesn't
time.
really matter. What are those? Those are... No, that doesn't
Does
happen.
anybody know Sneaky Brick Games? Who
No.
that is?
I don't know who that is.
Now I feel like I have to look it up.
Why are they watching?
Yeah, they've
Oh.
been active in the comments section.
Nice.
Just for the record, I can't see the chat or anything, so if anybody has any questions or anything for
Oh,
me, please relay it to me.
I'm calling out anything I see. I'll let you know.
Perfect.
Okay. who's
Did
next
you
here?
have
Oh,
to
Evan
discard
is.
one of these?
I have to
Yeah.
get rid of
You gotta
something.
discard one of
The
these.
first chooser chooses the last
Um,
to be taken. No, that doesn't work. First in, first out. Nope. That's for restaurants.
Before we go to final scoring, will we get a chance to exchange our ring segments?
Yeah, it's part
Okay.
of the end of the round cleanup.
Oh,
Oh
okay,
my God.
sweet. All right.
I hope that screws you.
I
Just,
hope
you know.
this screws you.
It doesn't do anything for me.
I take your salamander and I char him. You now have a mixed breed called a charmander.
Nice.
Let's start a game around it.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm in the majority here. I'm going to take the. Let's see here.
If you crossbreed it with a lizard, you've got a Charizard.
Ooh.
I'm going to take
I went there.
Caterpillars.
You take the caterpillars?
Yeah,
Wise choice.
Brandon, he's or rather, I actually don't know who it is. Sneaky Brick Games says, is the TTS mod publicly available?
It is not. At least currently.
What?
I'm gonna take the snake here. Because I break that tie.
I don't have any of my mods available. I change them so much.
I know, right? It's like it's always like, nope, that's out of date. Nope, that's out of date.
Like if somebody was to play my game, they'd be like playing a 3-month-old game, and I'd be like, "Oh, you shouldn't play that.
No, I'm the same way.
It's so bad."
Yeah, it's. So
I think that once this gets to more of a final stage, I'll make it public. But
Yeah.
Okay, so Gray, Evan, you got the pick here.
Oh, did Blue already go?
Yeah, I took the snake.
yeah,
Oh, did the first person delete one?
Yep.
Oh,
I did. Yeah.
boom, delete, take. Oh, okay, I can do math. It's fine. I can do math. Is there any benefit to having 2 of a thing at the end versus 3 of a thing at the end?
Not other than Nestling cards.
So no. Got it.
No.
Cool. Oh wait, but I do get to feed again.
Blue.
That's nice.
Has majority here.
Blue, I'm gonna take. Let's see.
He's got crabs.
I do. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take the fish. I'm gonna take fish. I can't take it. There are no crabs. I took all of the crabs, so I can't do that. Let's see, what do I have? Okay, I'm good there. So the wetlands are done.
All right.
And then choose one to discard.
Okay.
And then we resolve the grasslands. Trevor, you'll go first, followed by Evan.
Grasslands.
So at the end of the game, each one of these chips is worth 1 point, right?
No.
They're not? Oh,
No,
that's
they're
good.
not worth anything other than what you have on your Nestlings cards.
Oh, I've screwed up horribly then. Okay.
Everything.
Oh,
I only hope that's true.
Oh no, it's true. It is.
I'm sitting a
so
square 5 points behind everybody.
true. Oh, it's bad.
Excellent.
I was
Excellent.
I was thinking
Well, you're
something
doing
else.
fine so far, so.
Oh yeah, no, I just was not. It probably made no difference, honestly.
Makes no difference who you are.
All right.
That's a very famous cricket, in case you didn't know.
That is a famous cricket. Did you do? Where are we in the grasslands?
Trevor's doing the grassland, right?
Oh.
I did the grassland. Sorry.
Oh, now it's my turn to do the grassland. So these little chippy doos are valueless, not invaluable. That's different. They're valueless, unless they give you a middle ring section that you need.
Correct.
Which I don't need this. I don't need this. I could collect a ring segment, but this is going to be worth 2 points because it feeds a nestling. So I'll take this.
Okay. I'm going to take the tadpoles.
Do I get a ring segment anyway?
Yes.
I have chosen.
Excellent. Did I do that for everything else that I took? I don't think so. Dang it.
That would be important because you do get end game points for having extras.
We're gonna have to review the tape.
Review the tape. Good thing we do have a tape.
Ruling on the field.
Turn on the Klingon channel.
What else did I take this round? I took this B. Okay. Wait, did I already take a B? No, I already took a B and put it there.
Taking a
I
lot
think
of
I
stuff
grabbed
this
everything
round.
else.
So 3 identical ones you can exchange for any ring segment. Is that correct, Brandon?
Yes, that's correct.
Cool.
I picked up this. No, I picked up the wild. Is the wild worth something? Probably not.
It's just the resource ring segments that you gather.
Did I pick up these 2? No, I picked up this beetle.
Nice.
I don't know if I get a 3rd little segment to trade in for 1 point or not. I can't remember. It's fine. There'll just be an asterisk next to my loss, which I probably should have won.
Oh, I totally forgot to take my segments for that.
Exactly. And now you can't take them.
Exactly.
And there's no asterisk
on
for
this turn, you moron.
There's no asterisk for you. It's my live stream, so that's how that works, right? I get to assign asterisks.
Just take your hyper.
Estreases.
Take your hyper.
Sam Barmettler is Sneaky Brick Games.
Okay.
You'll never find me by looking me up. My name is Sam Barmettler. Small-time community member, BGDL. Trying hard not to draw attention away from... Oh,
Nice.
That's okay, man. You can say hi. You can draw some attention. And Rocking Luluro with Amanda. Is this game available yet?
Not yet. Kickstarter is going to be in February. Okay, so if everyone has done all of their end of the round cleanup, we can score for the round and then score for the end of the game.
All right. So
2, 4.
So I can trade these 3 greens in for whatever I want. Is that correct?
for 1 point.
As long as they have the same resource on them, which they do, so yes.
Okay, and at the end of the game, just so I'm clear, are we going to score the ring again or no?
No, just at the end of the round.
Okay, so it doesn't really. That would be a wash for me at this point. I guess.
But you can trade those. You can trade those 3 in for a point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could.
So it's kind of a wash for me to do it. Obviously, if I'd done it earlier in the game, that would be really nice because they'd keep hitting and hitting and hitting. But, okay, cool.
So right now it looks like based on these, you'll have 3 extra points, right?
Yeah. So I won't bother trading them in now.
Yeah,
That'll
that's
just slow things down.
Sweet. So end of the. Okay, I scored for end of round.
Okay.
I accidentally started watching our feedback. I look real tired. I blink a lot, like for a while. Don't watch yourself. That's a mistake.
Oops.
It's a trap.
Was I at 36? Crap, I don't know where I was. I think I was on 36. Was I 2 in front of you, Gray, or was I 1 in front
You
of
were
you?
at 35.
35?
I think you were
Okay.
just 1 in front of me, I believe.
Okay, that makes sense.
Nice attempt.
So 35,
Asterisk
45,
in my favor.
55, 54, 53.
Ooh, you pulled ahead.
Nice.
See if that sticks.
It won't.
It stinks, that's for sure.
Okay, so now
Definitely stinks.
end of game
See if-
scoring.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead and score for any of the dice
Grab.
manipulation track squares that you didn't use.
All right.
Crabs. Crabs are going to score.
Okay.
Crabs.
And then
Okay.
And then go ahead and drop your Nestlings cards onto the table and
Let's just
score for
stop right now.
those.
Just stop right now.
Cham.
let's see.
So these
Four.
count for these guys that I have
Four.
taken throughout the
Yes.
game.
4.
4
Okay.
points
Ba-doop.
there.
Ba-doop.
So one of my secret goals was crabs.
Obviously.
So
Nice.
Obviously.
to get 8 points for my crabs.
We knew this.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. Just in case that wasn't
Crabs.
enough of a secret. And then 1 point for my ring segments. We count up extra ring segments, Brandon.
No,
What was your card?
you can trade 3 ring segments in for 1 point.
4 ring
Oh,
segments.
so if you're your goals card
Oh, 3 ring segments.
3, yeah.
Okay.
for an extra
Right.
point, yeah. But yeah, to answer your goals card question, you would get, if you have 4 resource ring segments in the freshwater, you get 4 more points.
Yeah, right.
Say that again? Oh, for his goal card, it's completely different than mine, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So any other end game points?
Nope, that's it.
Wow. Trevor and I are tied.
I want 1 more point.
Can I have another point to
I
beat
gotta
Trevor?
add up my
please?
total real quick.
I was like, there's no
Oh,
way I
he's
didn't
about
lose.
to blow past us.
There's no way I didn't lose. Nest goals.
You are
Additional
correct.
resource.
Trevor,
ring,
you stole my
round.
crabs that one time.
I did.
You
That
stole
one
my
time,
crabs.
It
We
was
shared
clutch. That was
crabs,
so
and now we're
important.
sharing the win.
Yeah.
That's gentlemanly.
Or it's something, all right.
Yeah. It's bizarre.
I would
It's
want it no
proper.
other way, Jack.
Yeah.
It's proper.
Happy to split crabs with you.
Split the
Trevor.
crabs.
He's still going. He's still going.
Oh, that's it.
Whoa, you had like 4 of those cards? Oh my goodness.
For some reason, I'm
Seems like
missing
cheating.
a couple of the resources, but I don't know where they went.
Was it cheating?
But that's
Is Brandon planning
what you
to?
said.
Brandon, are you planning to go to any upcoming conventions?
Yes, I'm going to PAX Unplugged in December.
Oh, nice. I like PAX.
PAX
Where is it?
Unplugged.
I've never been to a convention before, so it'll be my first one.
Oh, that's fun, man. Did you get a space, or are you just going to kind of table hop it?
So I'm going with Mark from Grand Gamers Guild.
Cool. Like share.
So yeah,
Share
uh,
table.
working their booth,
Cool.
and then pitching my game and stuff on the side.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Awesome, man.
Do you have any other games? This is your first game, isn't it?
This is my first one. I have another one that I'm currently working on also.
Nice.
So I think that's
Did we finish?
that's final score.
That's it?
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So what happens in a tie?
Nice.
Well,
So
I'm
in the
I'm
tie,
ahead
it
of
would
you
be
on the track.
Maybe a
So.
hierarchy. Yeah,
Please don't tell me that's it. That's the
Is that
tiebreaker.
the answer?
that's it. That's it.
This
Kenley
random.
says this
I was
game seems
just
fun. It
kidding.
is.
You're randomly one space ahead of me. This is terrible.
No, I planned that out
At
from the beginning.
least
That was very.
that's
very
what it
planned.
has been. I'm sure that there's a better way of doing that.
Now,
but
what you'll note is that I'm actually on top of the hierarchy,
Put on
which, if
bottom
I know how a
points.
hierarchy works, it means I'm above you. And
So that's
Man.
like plus 10 points. Is
And-
that right?
I was born better than you.
Is it because Trevor counted his points up last and he stacked his token on top of me that he?
It pretty much is. Yeah.
Dang. Okay, so avian hierarchy. That is the tiebreaker, though, Brandon. Seriously.
It is as of now. Yes.
Okay.
Like how you
Okay.
asked that.
I'm just
Jack's like,
checking.
Are you sure?
Yeah. No. Certainly.
Just want to
I'll
be
give
sure.
Suggestions on that one.
No, that's
That's
awesome.
funny.
Makes a lot of sense.
All right,
Great.
cool.
Uh,
So,
Evan, how do you want to do feedback? Yeah.
Up to you guys. Does anybody else want to go first, or make me go first, meanest like usual, or
Yeah, I'm better when I riff off of other people's
Okay.
stuff too. So
Jack? Do you want to go first?
Sure, I can go.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I can go first. Brandon, I love this game. This is really fun. I really like the dice placement element to it. Obviously, it's very well designed. It's a beautiful game. I like the biology in it. I'm a biologist. I have a biology degree for my
Cool.
undergrad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's my bachelor's. And I can see a lot of the biological accuracy here of, these specific species of bird. This is their actual habitats and this is the food that they would eat. That's great. I I like that a lot. I like the biodiversity. I like the biomes. I think that's really great thematically. It's very tight and very interesting how the grasslands allows you to access food from other areas. That makes a lot of sense thematically. Avian hierarchy. You should call it the pecking order.
Yep.
Right?
I actually had that originally, but have you ever played the game For the Birds?
Oh no, does it have a pecking order?
No, never heard of it.
It's literally called the pecking order.
Oh no.
Oh.
But
Let's see.
the reason I changed it to the avian hierarchy is because I was doing some research on that, and the avian hierarchy is actually a real thing. So,
oh, okay.
That symbol or that structure that I have drawn on that board,
taxonomy thing.
what the actual avian hierarchy looks like.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. I can only
And
come up with
granted,
bad
the
names
art for that
it.
board is not final,
Yeah,
but
I would call it best bird.
it's in progress right now.
Yeah, that's
Best
interesting. Best bird. I mean,
Best
it is
bird.
interesting to think about, like,
Or big bird.
like it's interesting to think about it artistically, like, because what
Bird
my
boss.
question is
Sorry.
thematically, like, why why is one bird ahead of the other? To me, it seems like a speed thing, right? Like, or like a resource gathering thing. So if the birds were in flight and you make it like the jet stream or something like that, like flock order or something like that, might just help reinforce the idea. But avian hierarchy totally works. Yeah, okay.
So we're all
Those are my
agreed.
initial. Those are my initial notes. I'll let Evan go.
We're all agreed. Bird boss.
Bird boss.
Bird boss.
Boss
Bird
bird.
boss.
Top bird
Top
boss.
bird.
Snuffleupagus.
Undercover bird boss. So Kinley LaRock asks if Brandon will show his game in Portland.
In Portland, yeah. I'm planning on going to Portland. I have a cousin that lives there, and we've been wanting to get together. And Evan and I have done some chatting as well. He wants to play some games and do all the things. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah,
I think we should. That'd be fun. And then, of course, Kinley would be invited to come out and play some games.
Absolutely.
And Sneaky Brick says that you should schedule some time in the Unprobe room while you are there. It's a great experience.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know anything about it, but I'll definitely look into it.
Okay, so your goal with this is to pitch to publishers?
No, my goal is to self-publish.
So,
I've had
you said it's going to
offers
Kickstarter.
from publishers.
You said it's going to Kickstarter in February.
Yeah, I've had
Okay,
some
great.
offers from some publishers, but my plan right now is to self-publish.
Cool. Okay, then I won't give you crap for commissioning art. Great.
Yeah.
I forgot you already said it was going to go to Kickstarter. Let's see. So basically, this is like you planning to go in February. So you're a ways out. I feel like your timeline's pretty good, man. As far as like where this is at and when you're planning to kickstart, you're not rushing it. I think that's great.
Yeah.
Because you said this hasn't really gotten wider, like in-person playtesting, right?
In-person playtesting, it's been pretty narrow. Yeah.
Pretty narrow, yeah. It's just one of those experiences that you cannot like fabricate online. Just seeing like how annoying is it to grab this little piece and put it in this little, spot. Like, I don't know. It auto snaps to it for me, so it's not that big a deal. But in person, is it a pain in the ass? I don't know. Like all those kind of stuff. Like you just see like, is there a visibility issue when you're on this side of the board and you can't see who's in the grass? Just that kind of stuff. So definitely you're giving you're giving yourself enough time to do that in-person playtesting. So that's great. And you're going to a convention, which is the perfect place to do a lot of that. Because you can just pop up a table and put out your game and say players needed, and people sit down and they're excited to play a new game. So I think that'll be great. Tell us about the seasons over here. The winter, spring, summer, and
I have
autumn.
I have the screen. Let me pull it back up real quick. I was looking at all of your faces instead of Tabletop Simulator.
That's a mistake.
Some things you learn the hard way, right? Okay. So these season cards, these are cards that would be active during the game. You play through each season, and for each season you would reveal one card. So we start, basically you would stack like this.
I see.
And we start in the winter. So the winter would be active first.
Yeah.
And during the winter, this is the event the players would have to either endure or they get to benefit from, or whatever the case may be. In this particular instance, this event is snow squalls. At the start of the season, reduce the number of resources placed in the alpine biome by 1. So,
And you
for
know
example,
you know that before you've rolled. You'd know that before you've rolled your dice, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right at the end of the last round, basically before even filling resources, you would flip over the next card.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. That makes sense.
Basically, yeah. I don't know how much you want me to say about them, but
It makes sense.
I've developed several different for each season that correlate to the season. So winter events are things that would, phenomena that would only happen in winter, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so the pitch, or not the pitch, the teach. Obviously you were having some technical issues with like hearing your own voice.
I struggled there.
And it was weird. So I can't grill you too much on that. Other than, it did, like, if you just look at the game and you play the game, like the amount of words required to explain it seemed like too many. But like, I know you were dealing with audio issues. So like I said, I can't really give you too much crap for that. All told, I think you powered through it pretty good.
Anything you think that would help me, because I want to get better at the teach. So any advice that you have, or anything other than that,
It's the teach is really tough because different people learn different ways, or prefer, learn better different ways. So like for me, like I don't learn from a teach generally. Like I have to wait until I start playing. And if, like basically what I would want to know about this game is, look, we're birds. We like food from our own region to feed to our babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got some dice. We're going to roll them dice, and we're going to place them out. Kind of like dice placement, worker placement style thing. In each region where you've got any number of dice, you're going to only pick one dang item, right? And now if there's a pair, then you'll take both of them, but you'll just pick one. No matter how many dice you got there, that just determines priority.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then in grasslands, that's after all the other ones have gone, then you're going to start from left to right, taking an extra pick from wherever. So that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that's what I would say is like,
right.
I really like the formula of like objective mechanic.
Yeah.
So it's like,
okay,
just as a simple way to teach, like, here's the scoring. Here's how you accomplish that score.
Yeah. But, so for me, when I teach things, like I forget all about like, well, when does the game end? How many rounds are there? Like all the details that I don't care about. Are the ones that I skip. So the way I do it isn't necessarily better than the way you do it or anybody else does it, right? It's just your way is going to be better for a different population than my way would be better for.
And
it's tough to say like what's best, but
if I can add to that, Evan, and I'm very much like Evan in that I like show me around.
Yeah.
So you've kind of words. And I don't follow words so well. Just show me around of like go through your teach. Like Evan said, pretty much what he said is good enough for me to get an idea of what I'm doing, get an idea of how to score, and then go, okay, so I'm going to roll these dice. I'm going to do this. We're going to populate these areas, and show everybody around, and then they've got an idea of what to build off of. Obviously, you can't do that for a publisher. You're not. You're not. You're not going. That's not the route you're going to go with a publisher necessarily, because you don't have the time. You might have a 3-minute window to show somebody a game, but for a teach, um, I learn by doing or by watching somebody do. I don't learn
Yeah.
really well by listening. But
Yeah.
again, that's a learning
Yeah.
thing for me.
If I sit down to, if I see you and I've never met you before and you never did my graphic design for my business, if you're just some random person and you're like, hey, sit down and play my game. And I sit down and I look at this game. If the teach starts going past 8 or 10 minutes, I'm going to start being like, oh man, maybe I think I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I need to go get lunch. So like, just like, and this is just a judgment call this is just, people do this, right? Just like the price of a game based on box size, right? It's just a judgment call. It's not necessarily fair, right? It's not one way or the other. It just kind of is. I look at this game, I see that I put some cubes out and I collect some little chippy doos, right? If that teach goes longer than 10 minutes, it's going to be rough, right?
Mhm.
Just
That's
because
good enough. Yeah.
just because when I look at this game, it shouldn't be so complex that it requires more than 10 minutes to teach.
I agree.
So I would say that's the goal, is to get it to 10 or under, which I don't think you really went crazy past. I think it was about a 20, 25. I didn't actually mark the time. But again, you had
It's
some
still too long.
technical issues, so obviously there's some leeway there. But
Yeah.
I would definitely work on that.
One of the notes I had for the teach too, Brandon, I think your graphic design is beautiful. Like I said, and the charts are amazing, but I don't know if I don't think I ever looked at this.
Oh yeah, I never looked at it.
Also, I looked at it once and understood it and didn't need it again. So
I never looked at it.
I think both this and this can just be in the rule book.
Yeah, put it on the back page of the rule book.
Yeah, I don't think you need them on the table. I think it would just clear up your table space and be a lot less for players to look at, and one less thing you need to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good to know. I added them just because there were a couple of people that got confused, so I thought maybe it would just make things easier. But for the vast majority of people that have played, it's been pretty, plain and able to grasp it.
Yeah, I think I think that's a good point. Like, for the vast, I don't know, maybe that's not fair, but I think for a lot of people, the extra stuff that they don't need to be in their visual field is going to be more of a deterrent than a good thing, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not saying it's not good to have this information. It just shouldn't necessarily be like out on the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Our brains, the sensory receptors in our brains are like 90% for processing visual information.
Yeah.
So that's both good in that, like, good art, good graphic design makes for a good game in that way, but also like it can be overwhelming too.
Yeah.
So
Good to know.
Yeah. Your little cheat sheet here is very like pleasant looking, but there's like too many words. This thing. Like, if I'm looking for like a real quick, like, wait, what can I trade segments for? And you guys are waiting for me on my turn, and I have to read like,
yeah,
I know it's just a sentence, but like it's small font. Treat in 3 resource segments that are exact same for any one resource segments. Like, I'm probably nitpicking here.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I think it's too many words.
I agree. I mean, I agree with that. I think that's great in a rule book, and like the you might need more words in the rule book, but
Yes,
as something
definitely.
on the table, just do the icons because the icons
Yep.
make perfect sense as they are.
Yep.
Super well designed. So
Yep.
just in the top section, just the icons, and in the bottom
Yep.
section, take out all those words and just do nestlings fed +2, resource ring +1. That's all you need.
Yep. Yep. Exactly.
Okay, awesome.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Totally. So there's an obvious issue. I mean, at least in this game, it presented itself, right? Like, how often does this happen? I have no idea. But in this game, it presented itself remembering to grab the fiddly bits when you take the chiddly bits, right? So you've got fiddles and chiddles, and when you take the chiddles, you take the fiddles. And so me and Trevor both forgot, right? At least once, and who knows how many times
Oh
to
no.
take our fiddle bits after taking the chiddles. So I don't know what the solution is there because I understand it, and I would love to see all of this production requirement drop away, right? So if you didn't have the thing where it's 4 out of 5 instead of all of them are known, you could do a much easier solution over here. But since it is the 4 out of 5, which I actually really like, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend to drop that. I think that's really cool that you don't have to do all of the options. It's 4 out of 5 options. You just have to get 80% of them to max it out. I think that's a good design, but it does end up with a lot of fiddly bits as a solution for how to track, your ring. Um, so I don't have an immediate recommendation of a better way to track that, but like the things, the things that bog a game down like this, because like I said, I look at this game, I want it to be like zing bang boom. It's a lot of fun. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch, you took my, like whatever. I don't want to be searching around over here for the correct matching piece.
I actually was thinking about that too, Evan, as we were playing, and I was
Yeah.
thinking, what if this here, this little piece here was like a notepad,
Yeah.
and you draw in them, and then you just rip it off and throw it away.
Yeah.
Or it's dry erase.
Or it's dry erase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I would way prefer a little dry erase, dude, than all those little fiddle bits, for sure. And then I get to make really bad drawings and laugh at them.
Yeah. Totally.
That's like a double bonus. Yeah, nice.
So I guess that would be my question: is how would you, for people who don't want to actually physically, draw the resources, how would you differentiate between the ones that you're placing or that you're drawing in the ring, as opposed to actually placing the token?
Oh, I think you would just mark them off. So you'd have them just graphic designed, and you would just like when you take the thing, you just mark it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he'd have to have all 5.
Oh yeah, that was what I was going to say. Would you recommend increasing from 16 to 20 instead of having 16?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but is there a reason to keep it at 16 instead of 20, like your ring? Is there a graphic? Or is there a game design reason?
I kind of like that it wasn't all of them, but I don't know if it needs to be.
Yeah, the reason that it's 16 is because, well, that's what it was originally. It also was the optimal size for actually handling the bits.
Yeah.
So I do have a physical prototype of this that all the boards are, they're double layered. Everything fits in super nicely and whatnot. And that just happened to be the optimal size, the width for each piece. So it wasn't like you're, grabbing beads or something like that.
Totally.
So that was the reason that 16 ended up working. But if that were to go away, then there's no reason why it couldn't be 20 or even, more if it ended up being more.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I would have recommended. Make this whole thing dry erase. Have all of the symbols on here. It would open you up a little bit more too. Like I felt a little bit constricted. That's not always a bad thing, but I didn't really see a reason for it. So you could just mark them off with a dry erase, and you've cut out a huge amount of components.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you would actually have to look at, like, I don't happen to know what is the additional cost to produce a player board that's dry erase versus have one punch out sheet. Because all these little fiddle bits, like, they're not going to take more than one punch out sheet, right? That you're saving. But it is another die cut, right? So it would be one punch out sheet and one die cut. And you'd have to compare that cost at your expected production volume, and compare against how much extra it is to make these mats dry erase.
And that
Then
being
you got the
said,
coloring of the token plus the print on it.
yeah, but all
Well,
of
it's
that
the die
said,
cut, the
too,
punch.
Brandon, there is something tactile, like satisfying, especially if you're going to do double thick board. Putting a piece into something is
Yeah.
quite satisfying
That's true.
from a tactile perspective. So you
Yeah.
have to weigh that.
That's
I
true.
don't know that I would get rid of these just yet.
That's true.
It's something you would have to really weigh out and see. Oh well, if price is about the same, maybe I keep them. A little bit more sorting, but or
Right.
maybe you don't because it's just too much sort. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always gameplay first, right? Like, and tactile experience is very important, but for me, it's backdrop. To me, it's like, in the middle of the game, I don't want to go rooting around for those things. I just want to mark it off and be done with it.
To me, it's a setup issue. It's like,
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
Evan's talking about the teach. If the setup is too long for the weight of the game, it can be really jarring.
Mhm.
And that's
Yeah,
something
for
you
me,
can't
it's more-
tell in TTS. Like, what's
Right.
the
Yeah, you
actual
have to play it
setup
in person.
take?
Yeah.
And then,
My vision or my goal, not that that matters at this point, but would be that all these pieces, they live in a tray.
sure,
So that's
Oh, cool. Yeah.
you
of
would
course,
take them from there, you put them back from there.
Sure.
That's
Yeah.
that's my
yeah,
vision.
Yeah,
Who
you
knows
got a
if,
game
if it
trays
works
or
out
whatever.
that way, but
Yeah.
yeah.
For
I
sure.
mean, and that would make it less of an issue, right? But
Yes, definitely.
But
Yeah, like I think of like what is it, Small World? You pull
Mhm.
the little tray out, you got all the
Yeah.
character pieces there. All in
right. It would be less of an issue with a nice tray if you reach that, like, funding goal or whatever that ends up being, the game
Yeah.
trays, or an add-on. Actually, probably is what it should be.
sure.
Add-on. So there is something to be said when you get the full pie in Trivial Pursuit, right? And you slot that little thing in.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like, so Trevor's not wrong. Like, there is definitely, like, a tactile appeal to that. So yeah, you just have to obviously make your own decision.
yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's my big production stuff. These little chippy doos, they're exactly what they should be, and the dice do exactly what they should do. Like, a lot of games, I'm like, why are these dice? Why do you need dice? And, like, in your game, I'm like, yeah, dice makes sense. This works. That's what they should be. They should be dice. You made a dice game. They should be dice. So the actual gameplay. Initially, I was put off that this resolves different than this, but at the end of the day, if that's the most complex thing about the game, no big deal. Draft to start, that's just a personal pet peeve. Like, don't get me choices that I don't care about, or don't know why I would care about until I already understand the game and realize that I made the wrong choice.
Yeah.
So just hand me two, and that's what I've got, or what, like, for your intro game, and then every future game, like, yes, definitely give me a choice now that I care or know why I would make a choice. But that's just a personal pet peeve. I know people love that. I hate drafting choices when I don't know why I would make a choice. It makes me go like this. Names of places. You only have grassland. My recommendation was going to be either have all of them have names or have none of them have names. But I don't know if I agree with myself. I think because grasslands is different. It is treated different. It is mechanically different, and it should have a different visual treatment to make it stand out. Right? It doesn't have to be the word grasslands. And if you plan on having this be, localized to other languages, then obviously it's much easier if it doesn't say grasslands. But it does deserve to be visually distinct somehow, whether or not that is naming it. I guess that's production. Anyway, wild. This is another one. Wild. Just give me a little ×2 on there, and put a little chibly bit, a little fiddly bit with a ×2. Right. Just let me know that I go grab two fiddly bits.
Okay.
Just on the wild piece. This sucker here. So I don't have to go, what does a wild do? It's like, it's right on there. Pick up 2 little bits. You know?
In my notes, I'm calling those fiddly bits. Just so you know.
Nice.
Fiddly bits and
Fiddly
chibly
bits and chibly bits.
Copyright.
Reroll turn order. Things that matter with turn order are kind of a AP issue, right? For the players for whom that is an issue. You're going to have certain groups that sit down to this game, and it is medium light, right? So you're going to have certain players that sit down to this game, like me. If I was actually sitting here and could look across the table easily and see what everyone else was doing, I would be the last one to decide on my rerolls every single time, right? Because I'm that guy. Like, I'll look over, I'll be like, oh, he rolled that. Okay, he rolled that. Okay, he rolled that. I'll wait until everyone else makes their rerolls, and then I'll see what's most optimal for me to do, and then I will do that. So you've got turn order mattering in the reroll of the dice that you roll, whether you like it or not. Like, it does exist. And that's either an issue you can just leave in there. A lot of games do. A lot of games just kind of like, they're like, well, hopefully you're not playing with that kind of person.
Yeah.
Just use a gentleman's agreement to not look. Or you can do, you can do a hand covering it until everybody's ready to reveal. Or you can get a sweet, bird thing that increases your production cost and blocks your thing that you just remove once everybody says they're done, right? So that there's no cheating after.
Were we not supposed to look at each other's dice?
He said
that was definitely
information at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was definitely looking at all of
Originally,
your
I
dice.
had it. Yeah, I think that's fine, especially at this stage. Originally, I had player screens.
Yeah.
And I do think player screens are useful for hiding what you rolled.
Yep.
At some point down the line, I was convinced to remove them because of potential cheating. I always figured if people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat.
That's the correct answer.
So why worry about it,
Yeah.
But so I'm actually still pretty on the fence, more leaning towards player screens.
That's
I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it.
That's definitely my preference. Like, if you are concerned,
I'll chime in on that after Evan's
making
turn.
it difficult to cheat in your game, like, it's not a concern that you can spend any time on.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody's going to cheat, they're going to cheat, right? Like, I'm gonna if I really want to change my die face with or without a screen, I'm going to change that die face.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to point over there and be like, oh, Trevor took my wild. And while I'm pointing over there, I'm going to turn my die face, right?
Yeah,
if
or
I'm
just
going to cheat, I'm going to cheat.
Take 2 fiddly bits every time. Nobody will notice.
I'll take 2 fiddly bits every time.
Yeah.
So I think it is a fool's errand to try to make it more difficult to cheat.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Trevor?
Oh, I was just going to say,
on player screens.
Yeah, not so much the player screens. I agree with Evan in that. I mean, I don't know if you've ever played Roll for the Galaxy, but there's a have a look at that video. It's the whole thing has you have screens and you're rolling dice and you're setting your dice behind and then you're revealing. I can't imagine playing that game with anybody and actually worrying about cheating.
Yeah.
But originally, when I first started designing, that was my concern. What if somebody cheats?
Mhm.
And that is really not a concern unless you're playing with your 6-year-old cousin.
Yeah.
Because
Never
my
let 'em
6-year-old
win.
cousin cheated all the time.
Never let them win.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
but what
think
I was gonna say is that I don't think you need the player screens. I and here's why
Yeah.
is because you have these options to change your dice, and so I was actually watching around the table to see what people were choosing and whether they were choosing the reroll or not. And there was a couple times I was deciding, oh well, if they do reroll or don't reroll, I might change this die face. They might think it's going here, but I'm going to change it, and there's nothing they can do on rerolls at that point.
Right.
So I think you have a bit of a self-balancing with that issue. It's not perfect because you only
Mhm.
have 4 of them, and you
Mhm.
may not want to change that die face to get
Mhm.
that other person, but it's a bit of that classic wine in front of me, wine in front of you. Oh, you think I've got this die, but
I'm
you're from
just getting
Australia.
started.
that's funny.
So
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
was my
no,
that was
that's
my thoughts on it. I don't think they're really needed because you have that in the game. If you didn't,
Mhm.
I'd say yeah, I'd want something covering my dice.
I think if
It
you
does
have
mitigate it.
I kind of feel like if you have perfect open information and there's still strategic decision making, that's a well designed game.
Okay.
So, like personally, I don't mind the open information. I think it's kind of neat, and I think it pushes you to think, well, I know what Trevor has.
I mean,
Am I gonna burn my? Because this is the only reason, because I can see everybody else's dice. This is the only reason I would ever pay victory points to reroll
mm,
a dice.
mm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You know,
I will say, Trevor's got a good point, and Jack has a good point. Like, at the end of the day, it's just, is it intended to be influenced by what you can see other players do or not?
yeah.
Right. And either choice is actually fine. You just have to decide if that's what you're doing. And if there's one player at the table who's going to watch everyone else's dice and wait and then roll, other than them getting an advantage, it's not that big a deal because then it's just one person doing it. Once more than one person does it, then you must have a turn order resolution, which you do,
Hmm.
right? You've got Big Boss Bird over there. And so,
That's not what
like,
it's called.
forever forth henceforth shall be called Boss Bird. Boss Bird battles.
He
Um,
He has a
knows
big
boss
bird.
bird.
Big Boss Bird battles. Big Boss Bird Battle Box. Make that game. Okay, anyway. So you do have a hierarchy over there. And so, like, if there's more than one player that's like determined to wait to see what everyone else decides to reroll, like, you already have a resolution for that. So if that's your choice, it's really like it does exist already.
Yeah, and I do agree with Evan on that part of it that there could be an issue with reroll turn order as it is because I personally was waiting.
Yeah.
So you get 2 dicks at the table like me and
Yeah.
Evan,
Yeah.
and then you
Yeah. Yeah. We are collectively that guy. Yeah.
Collectively. That's funny. Yeah.
Majority.
So what
yeah.
if you had player screens just for the roll and then you removed them after the roll so that you can still see what other people have rolled, but you don't get to see what other people are rolling?
Yeah, that would be like the perfect solution, other than, like, at what point is the extra production cost worth it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I was basing my rerolls based on what other people had too. Like I
Right.
was like, oh, he's going there and he's going there, so
Right.
I'm gonna reroll. And then of
Yeah.
course they haven't used the rerolls; they could still reroll.
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of actually fun. Like I'm rerolling, but I'm not really sure. They said they're not rerolling, but as soon as I reroll, they might reroll. So
You wait until everybody passes twice.
Yeah.
I mean, play
Are you
to
gonna
me.
reroll? Are you gonna reroll?
Player screens to me are a table space issue too, where it's just
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will always play in the smallest space possible.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just usually what happens.
Although
Like-
if you look at Roll for the Galaxy, the screens are tiny.
Yeah,
When I
it's just
opened up Roll
not
for
an
the
issue.
Galaxy, I actually was like, "Is this going to cover anything?" But it
Oh.
works. It's actually quite good. They're pretty tiny, but it is another component. Any extra
Yes.
component, you really have to go.
Yeah.
Do I want this?
Is it really worth it? And the answer probably is not worth it because I can, if I care, right? If there's 2 dicks at the table, I can literally go like this, roll my dice, and be like,
Yeah.
is everyone done re-rolling?
Yeah.
Yeah? Great.
True.
And it's impossible if you've got 3 people at the table to roll your dice and have watch on everybody.
Yeah.
Like they might
Yeah.
see a die or a couple dice or something, but they're not going to be able to make a decision if you just decide to use your hand.
Mm-hmm. Unless, stealing from Galaxy Trucker because it's a really good game. Unless the first person to be done with their roll starts at the top of the hierarchy, and the second person to be done with their roll starts in the second hierarchy. That's a whole other mechanic. You probably shouldn't add it, but it just came to my brain. And that would mildly solve it because then you want to be done as fast as possible to get that priority. But anyway, don't do that.
I have a question.
That's a bad idea.
I have a question for you guys. Did
Yeah.
you guys save dice?
I did.
I didn't.
I
I
thought about
never
it
wanted
twice.
to. I thought,
I
would
saved
I do
dice
But I
because
never
of
did.
how frequently they were useless to me, which is why I saved them. Because I was like, well, I guess I'll use it next turn, hopefully. And then it was like, nope, I guess not.
yeah.
But that's not an indictment of the gameplay because it's a dice game, right?
Yeah.
And if I sit down to a dice game, I know that I'm going to roll poorly, and I just have to accept that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
That's how I am with dice. Like, I am not going to win a dice game.
I guess the thing that was interesting about it to me was I was kind of thinking, why would I save a roll? Because I don't know what the resources are going to be next round. So I don't know if I'll want them. I don't know if, but why would I save something when I don't know?
Let me give you a
what I'm
scenario.
saving for?
You roll 3 blanks on your re-roll.
Yeah, okay. And you don't want to.
And you can only
yeah.
place one of those in the grassland, and you don't want to lose 2 points over it.
Yeah, okay. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good
And
point.
you
That
save
would be
it for the next
time
round.
to use it. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now do that twice. Okay.
Yeah, right. Yeah. No, that's good. Okay. I just had to think it. I was like, what?
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. The majority winner discards one of the options. I understand why it's there. It is an interesting strategic choice. I know why it's there. And you should probably keep it.
But
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 it does slow down the gameplay quite a bit, and it's a step that was forgotten repeatedly. And you like when you're playtesting a game, you look at like what are the things that people keep forgetting to do over and over and over again, and how do I change that, or can I cut it so that we don't have those steps that are either for whatever reason forgotten, right? Is it because it's not fun? Is it because it's too slow for the gameplay? Like there's lots of myriad reasons of why it's being forgotten. Maybe just it's the visual treatment. I don't know. But it was another consistently forgotten thing in addition to finding your fiddly bits.
Well, I mean, because you could accomplish the same thing by just putting one less resource out there to start, right? I mean,
it doesn't give that first player the choice,
right? That's
which is what's cool about it.
But it does though, because you have the choice of taking something.
Exactly.
That's true. That's
so
true.
that can keep something from somebody else.
That's true.
And my question was, is it necessary to have the first choice and also then take something else away from everybody else? Because you already got the choice of, do I take what I want or do I take what they want? And I think
like
that's already an interesting decision.
Just one less instead of take one, get rid of one.
Yeah.
I'm sold. We're cutting and burning your game. You have no option in this. We're making our version of it. Done. Sold. Let's see. Yes, we already talked about that. I actually flip-flopped on this. Is the grasslands hands down the best maneuver to always go for always if you can? Which is not an interesting decision if that's true. I'm not convinced it's true, but right now I'm leaning towards it's being true. I'd have to play it a couple more times, I think, to really determine if I think that it's just hands down like always the best option if you can get in there. Yeah.
I had a lot to gain by earning crabs if I could
Mm-hmm.
with my end game goal.
Mhm.
So I mean, really,
Right.
that was always the best option. Is like,
Yeah.
ooh, there are crabs. I need to get
Mhm.
them.
Right. So you can put a guy here and maybe get crabs, and then put a guy here and get crabs, maybe.
Yeah. So
Yep. So yeah, I think it's probably too obviously the best choice, but I'm not convinced if that's true or not.
It really depends on your role.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you had the optimal role, then you might stay out of grasslands. But then the flip side of that is, not everybody else at the table had optimal roles, so now you want to block them, especially if you've got priority. So
Mm-hmm.
the majority of the time, I thought it was, but
Mhm.
there's also only 4 spaces there.
Right.
So it was potentially, yeah, I'm going to go there. And then somebody's like, okay, well, I'm not going to go there. And then that really, like, I noticed, I think as we went through, we kind of all went there.
mhm.
So I can't remember in the last third and fourth turn if anybody decided not to go there. I think Brandon might not have gone there in the last turn, didn't you? On the fourth
I think
round?
for me,
Everybody went in the last turn.
it looks like on the fourth round, yeah, all of us did. I know for me, a lot of the times, if I see people that are playing their night before me and they go in the grasslands, I kind of feel like that. Like I better do this before it gets taken.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I skipped it twice in 2 of the 4 rounds, and I really feel that was a huge detriment. In addition to my first round where I doubled down on a thing where I didn't realize I was still only going to be picking one option with 2 dice.
Yeah, and at the beginning when Jack was like, "Oh, you only go there if you have to," I'm like, "Yeah, keep thinking that, sucker."
Yeah. So right now,
I just like completely misunderstood that what that was.
like I understand why it might be balanced because you're only choosing from the options that remain,
Mhm.
right? So I understand that, but at the same time, I still think it is the best choice to take it first always if it's available. And if you get 2 dice in there, oh man, baller. Yeah. So that's my thought on grasslands. I don't know what that means. That's a bad note.
Thing.
It's
Tell him the
that-
thing.
That's dice, not rice. Okay, it makes more sense now. But I still don't know what it means. Dice / random ? Why ?
Oh, you just described dice.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I don't know what I was trying to say to myself to remind me of what I was thinking with that. So let's move on. Tiebreaker. I know you guys were joking about it, but like I can't think of a better tiebreaker than
I have-
this order.
I have 3.
You could count up all the chits. There's lots of other things you could do, but yeah, go ahead. What do you think?
Completed circle. So whoever has the most completed circle
pretty
should
good.
be your second tiebreaker.
pretty
Then
good.
your third tiebreaker is total food. Then your fourth tiebreaker is the avian hierarchy. My thing is competitive game. There's never share a victory. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Create 5 tiebreakers.
I like the hierarchy just because it's simple and there's
It is
one
simple.
answer.
Yeah,
And at
it is
a
simple.
game of this weight, I want a simple one answer.
Yeah,
for
that's
a
why I think the
tiebreaker.
completed circle should be relatively easy to look at. Like, oh, I'm missing 4, I'm missing 2.
Well, right, but what if we both are missing 4?
Yeah, then you got to count your food, and that would take a while.
Exactly. Yeah.
But then you could just go completed circle, and you could go avian hierarchy. But it gives you at least one other merit-based thing to count.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will say avian hierarchy, like the skill involved in being at the top at the end of the game is either
You're playing 4D chess there.
very
Yeah,
impressive,
yeah.
very impressive, or totally random, right?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
right.
like it's
Yeah.
not random.
Exactly.
In order to predict
Yeah.
it would be really, really impressive. And
Man,
so it's probably not very satisfying as a tiebreaker.
I
even
felt
though
a
it's the
couple
easiest.
times I was trying to make the hierarchy work to my advantage, and I couldn't
Yeah.
do it. I just
Yeah.
No, I
I
couldn't
couldn't
Because you have to
either.
be like,
I
okay, so
couldn't
I'm going
game
to tie
that
here.
system.
I'm going to be second here, and that'll tie, and then I'll drop to and then he'll come, and then
I was like, oh
Yeah.
crap, Evan
It's
played
a-
a dice where it screwed up my whole hierarchy thing.
yeah, it's a lot of programming to try to get that to work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ultimately, as a tiebreaker, it will not be the most satisfying
Mhm.
to a mid-weight to heavyweight gamer,
Yeah.
right? It just won't. But for a game of this mid to lightweight, I feel like it's pretty appropriate. But that's my opinion.
And it was exactly what it should have been for this game specifically.
Yeah, right. It worked out. It worked out exactly how we all wanted it to.
Yeah. So instead, one more note on the teach. He said this a few times during play too, but you have little prepositional phrases that you use a lot during the teach, and they are the one that you used the most was just as a reminder. And you can cut out a lot of words by not saying the things that aren't saying things. You can just be like, when you grab that, don't forget to take this thing. Right? Instead of prefacing and postfacing. You kind of couch a lot of your statements that just ends up like ballooning a lot of the teach. And you can just tell me what it is, man. Like you're not hurting my feelings by telling me the rules. You don't have to couch it in nice statements, right? And if a person wanted to be sensitive, just as a reminder, is like, look, I already told you this, but obviously you forgot. So just as a reminder, like you don't need to tell me that you already told me, because I obviously need you to tell me again, regardless of whether or not you told me. Right? So
I hear what you're saying.
So I would just cut out all that preposition stuff. Like we don't need to know that you already told me and I forgot. Just let me know what the rule is. That's just one that really stuck out that you said. I mean, we'll have to review the tape and see if I just like picked up.
Don't review the tape.
If I just picked up 2 and it really wasn't that bad, or if it really was a lot. But I picked it up, and I like every time I was like, I know I forgot. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay. That's all my stuff. At the end of the day, I always have to circle back around because, as these other 2 guys know, I'm real bad at real good at criticizing, and real bad at lauding, at congratulating. And this game is probably one of the closest, most done games that I've play tested in a long time. And just because I like to nitpick things, and I really do,
He really does.
this is really good, and you're doing some cool, clever things that are simple, and straightforward. Like it's simple but thoughtful, right? And that's a really good combination.
Yeah.
And you know the it looks beautiful on the table. You've got a really good product here. And I don't do a good job of circling back and telling people that. Um, but you do. You have a really good product here. I think you know people are going to love it, and you know especially if you take all my suggestions and nobody else's, and because I'm always right about everything.
Well, thank
Yeah.
you for
Isn't
the,
that how that works?
thank you for that.
But yeah, I think yeah okay.
All
Who
right.
else? Who's next?
So the word I was thinking of when I was playing this, which goes right along with what Evan was saying, simple but thoughtful, is it's just elegant to me.
Yeah.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, everything fits. Everything's a simple choice. But there's depth here that comes from those simple things that you're doing. I mean, you're rolling 3 or 4 dice, you're placing them in one of 5 spots, and you're taking things that are going to complete um, either your cards that you got at the beginning of the game, some bonus points if I can hit one of those 4 spots, and I'm also going to take some extra things and put them in the ring or put them to the side and maybe trade them in later. Super simple mechanics that are just intertwined just really amazingly. Like this is really good.
Thank you a lot.
Yeah, it's like Evan says, like this is one of the most complete games he's seen. This might be the best game I've seen as far as playtesting a game. And I mean, I haven't playtested a huge amount, but um, and I'm throwing my own in there. Like this is
Travis.
really good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And,
Thank you.
and the so like just the design of like okay, we really have just a placement system here for dice and a placement for the resources that come out on every round. You've got something for each person to do every round when we repopulate. It's not just, oh, let's repopulate the market and one person's forgetting to do that. You, I don't, how many players does this play? What's the player min max?
Looks like 4.
All right. Yeah, right now it's 2 to 4, but I'm gonna have a solo mode.
Okay, it is 2. Okay, that's what I was wondering because if you're playing 2, you know that you're refilling these ones and he's refilling these ones. If you're playing 3, you know that oh somebody has to refill this one when they get the time or whatever. Like you have something happening for everybody. You have dice where they're actually being rolled, um, which I think is kind of necessary in a dice game. I do play dice games where you don't roll the dice, but there's something satisfying about having this three-dimensional object in your hand and going, it's meant to be rolled. Why can't I roll this? And like I was saying, there is something satisfying about taking this piece and slotting it in to your board. There's a lot of really cool pieces to this game. This hierarchy looks super simple, but yeah, try and control it, and you'll go crazy. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna control it, and then oh, I just lost it because he put a double die in it, and that just blows the whole thing up because I had hierarchy and then now I don't or
Yeah.
whatever. So yeah, those pieces are like there's a lot of brilliant simplistic stuff
Totally.
that just come together in such a beautiful way.
Yeah.
Um, as far as pieces that I would do as far as suggestions, whether you go pieces or you go dry erase on the board, I I could go either way. If this is just chit, it really doesn't cost that much to do a die. It's not like you're doing to set a die for punching out board. Um, it's not a huge cost. It's not like making a mold for a die.
Right.
Those are much more. But yeah, there is a setup fee for the die cost, for cutting everything out. My main concern, and this is always my main concern with hidden objectives, is, and I'm not a big fan of hidden objectives, but I think these are simple enough that they work in the game. My problem with hidden objectives is I tend to forget what I'm doing. I didn't do that in this game. I remembered what I was doing. Um, but I would just like, if you're gonna do hidden objectives, you gotta give the deal um, to work out so that everybody has a chance to meet their objective, and if they do, they've got the chance to get those points. That's my feeling on hidden objectives. Otherwise, this could be pretty swingy just based on what you got at the beginning of the game, and it might not be, quote unquote fair.
Mm.
So I don't know if they're balanced or not because I haven't looked at them. I'd have to look at it in depth, and I'd have to play the game several times to get an idea of that. But that would be my suggestion: is to really look at these objectives and see, okay, if I got these two and somebody else got these two, do they have a step up on me in the game, or is it my strategy to get the objectives that really matters?
Mm. Yeah, I mean, my hidden objectives ended up contributing slightly under 20% of my final score. So
Yeah, you got 8 points in crabs, man.
yeah,
That's a lot of crabs.
yeah.
But
I mean, I felt like I was strategizing towards it heavily, but it still only made up 20% of the game. So
but I had
I feel like
frogs
that's not.
and I had frogs and snails, and I passed up on frogs and snails a few times to get other things that would give me rings, because once you got a frog, you're not going to get a frog in the ring. So
Mm-hmm.
if it's early in the game, there's different strategies. Like
Yeah,
if you just take your hidden objectives, you're kind of screwing your ring
yeah,
production and your engine that you're building. So there is there is definitely some balance there if it was just everybody gets animals. But of course, we've got other things that come in. So I'm not saying it's not balanced. I have no idea if it is or not. That would just be my one thing that I would really be looking at, because everything else is just shining, and this may shine too. I just don't know if it does or not.
I
That's good,
personally
thank you.
liked them just because, you know, as a like for the reasons that people who like them, people who don't like they just are what they are. Some people are not going to like it, and some people are going to love it. I personally think they're great at giving you a little sneaky something that people don't realize you're trying to do, and giving you a direction in your first game, which I think for the success of any game that isn't a huge IP, or even a huge IP, the success of any game, the first play is so, 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 so important. And if I added another five so's, like it still wouldn't be quite enough. So that first play, these little goals give me a reason.
hmm
It gives me a
Yeah,
reason, like why I care about going to anywhere.
yeah,
I can just go pick dudes up, and it doesn't matter which ones, unless I've already got them before, and then I don't get to put it in my ring. Okay, you know, it gives me a reason.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I
and
think they're great, but
and let me be clear. I say I normally don't like goals. These ones worked. Like
yeah.
I thought they worked. My only issue would be, are they balanced? That's my only thing. I would not say get rid of the goals. The so and here's why you have these, is because this is not a story that in a story you want an arc and you want to finish that arc, with some excitement. If you have total open scoring and people
Yeah.
can read what you've got on the table,
Yeah.
it's a foregone conclusion. Oh, I'm going to lose. I
Yep.
mean, we knew this was the case for Evan, but the rest of us, we still had a chance of winning. Um, but I mean, honestly, I had no idea what Evan was holding. He could
Right.
have just rocketed to the end. I
Yeah.
didn't know what he was holding. I knew
There was
Jack had
still a
crap,
chance.
but everybody knows that.
Yeah.
But these do exactly what they're meant to do,
Yeah.
is, give you that last little inkling of hope. But at the same time, I don't know if you've ever played like uh, Villages of, or no, what is it? Card Kingdoms? Valeria Card Kingdoms.
Oh yeah.
So they do that. They do goals, and I think you take two, but the number of cards that you combo into your goals at the end of the game is just staggering.
Hmm.
It's like you can't keep track really of how many you're actually. I mean, you can, but it's just a little bit too much going on. Whereas this is nice. It's like, okay, I got
Yeah.
two frogs and I got two snails. That should help me. Do I want more snails or do I want to work on my ring? Okay, I think I'll do this. The
Yeah.
the decision was like simple,
Yes.
um, for me, and that's what these should be.
Yep.
But they should also hide the last little bit of the game, which is
Mm-hmm.
also what they did. So I thought they were
Yep.
really, really well done for goal cards as well. Some people just throw them
I
in
agree.
because they see them in other games, and that's not why you want to put them in. You want to put them
Right.
in if the last little bit of scoring is important to have them. And for yours, definitely,
I
I
agree.
think they're very fitting.
I agree, and I loved that they didn't take a lot of mental overhead.
Yeah,
Right? Because a game of this weight, like the last thing I want to do is sit here and read like this much text about like my goal card. I just want, show me a
Right.
picture of the crab. Tell me it's plus 2 points per crab.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
Right?
nice.
You can even you can get rid of most of this text you've got on here.
Yeah, yeah,
Plus two
Yeah.
points per crab. Done.
yeah.
And I just had a question for you, Brandon. What is your weight that you're kind of looking like? What would be a comparable weighted game that you're looking to, or that you think this stacks against?
That's honestly a good question. I've thought about it a little bit, and I'm not really sure about what I would classify it as a weight. I think I would put this game in sort of the same realm as like a Calico or a Cascadia, something like that, maybe. But I'm honestly not sure. That's something I would love to hear your guys' opinions on, because I have not been able to really come to that conclusion myself.
If you're using Calico and Cascadia as your weight comparison, yours is here. Closer to Calico than Cascadia.
Mhm.
What level is what level would you say Calico is, Evan?
I think it's solidly midweight.
Like a 2.1, 2.2?
I'd go higher than that. Let's see what BGG
Okay.
says.
Yeah, what does BGG say?
Because I would have
BGG
put this right
says-
around a 2, which is like just a little higher than El Dorado, a little higher than Quacks.
Higher than
Um,
Splendor. Splendor, I think, is 1.7. That's what I always use as a gauge.
Or my internet does not like
Nice.
this.
But I would put this like, just because of the elegance of it. For me, this would be like a on the higher end of gateway for me.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that's really a great market to be in if that's where you want to be.
Yeah, totally.
Because that opens up so many doors for you. It opens up people that are already gamers like me, that just like the lighter gateway kind of games. And it also lets me sit down and go, I could teach this to my wife, I could teach this to my friends.
Yep.
that are trying to get into it.
Yep.
And I think the weight is probably right around a 2, give or take, a 0.1. Probably
You're
give or
probably right.
take.
Calico is listed as a 2.2, even though I think I would actually put it a touch higher for me, for my brain. It's like, for me, it's like a 2.5 or 2.6.
And I don't know Calico. And I haven't played Cascadia yet. I mean, just
Cascadia
from...
is very straightforward.
Is it?
And Calico,
Yeah.
at least for my brain, I'm like, wait, and if I do this, but then I can't grab that, but then
Right.
this, but then that.
Yeah, Calico's brilliant.
It is. It's a really good game.
Let me just see if I've got... I'm just going to bring up the full screen again and see.
No,
if
I
there's
agree,
anything
Trevor.
around.
The weight of this and the look of this and the like. It's a very sweet spot, right? You're going to have gamers that want to play it, and you're going to have gateway folks that are loving it and able to play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Brandon, I also loved it. I started my feedback by saying that I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's a beautiful game. I think you should be really proud of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What's your what's the feedback that you like most honed in on, or you're like, oh, that's interesting? Anything that stuck out to you, or any questions that remain or that came up as we were talking?
The biggest thing that I'm going to consider, or first, really ponder, is the fiddly bits and the potential use of dry erase.
Mm-hmm.
I think I personally probably prefer the tactileness of the bits, but I'm certainly open and willing to try the dry erase, see if it improves things or simplifies things in a way that improves the game, yeah, that's something I'm definitely going to try.
Yeah.
I think to me the number one thing I heard was Evan's point about the reducing the resources. The first player gets to pick one to remove. That will clean up. If there's one thing mechanically, that was the thing that I think was like, oh yeah, that will clean up and move this along much quicker, much more efficiently.
Yeah. I don't know if the plus that you get out of it is worth the rule, and that's always what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
Is that rule to explain, and is the risk of people forgetting to do it worth it? If it is, then it is. If it's not, then it's not.
Right.
And that's
Totally.
only you can make that
Oh,
choice.
I would definitely test it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
test it. One more thing that, and this is just like a throwaway thought. So like, obviously, it's whatever. But the idea that in a 4-player game, all players can put their color in every region, to me just feels wrong. Like the only limited availability is the grasslands, and everywhere else you can go if you want to. Just feels wrong. Like it didn't cause me any issues when I was playing. I don't know if there is actually a problem with that, but like as a Eurogamer, I'm like, there should be one less than the number of players.
Yeah, that's right. Plus,
Right.
there is the distinction that's drawn between, oh, did we lose Brandon? We might have.
Oh,
I'm here.
Oh,
I think
okay.
my
Okay.
computer's really...
Okay.
TTS really bogs my computer down.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
totally.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
I think the other thing is you do have a rule exception there where you stack dice around the outside and you put them in a straight line on the inside.
Mhm.
And I mean, I might just keep it the same. No need to stack them on the outside. Just put them next to each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else? Sorry, I totally interrupted. I think, Jack.
Oh no, that's it.
Okay. And what else? What else did you want? Because obviously you're really close to the end game on this. It's obviously a lot more in person playtesting to be done and more tweaking because it never ends. Um, but what else were you hoping to get out of this session? Do you have any specific things that you're like worried about right now, or any specific questions that we didn't really cover?
I don't have any specific things I'm necessarily worried about right now. The biggest thing for me was I just want to make sure that the game's fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, that's the only thing that really matters to me, is that the game is fun, that people are going to be able to sit down, play it, look at it, and enjoy it, and want to do it again.
Yeah, I already mentioned the two things that to me were the barrier to fun, but even with those, I had a good time. Right? I was having fun even with, for me, remembering the fiddly bits. And then the thing that we just talked about that left my brain that we also forgot. Oh,
the reducing the resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even those things, and they only reduced the fun just because it slowed it down, right? Because I was like, oh, all right, come on. Oh, now we have to wait for him to pick one to remove. Now I have to go find my thing, and he's finding his thing before he does the next thing. Like, they're just in the way of the fun, in my opinion. It doesn't stop your game from being fun, right? Like, it's still fun even with that stuff, but
it is a good point though. Like I didn't really fully consider that, Evan, that like how much quicker that would speed up the game as well, because you take your thing and you're done.
Yeah.
And then instead right now you're taking your thing, and then you have to take your things that go with your thing, and then you have to place them, and then you have to decide which one is going, and then the person gets their turn.
Yeah.
Instead of just taking and then, oh, you're next, you take, and then, oh, you're next, you take, and okay, we go on to the next one. So it would speed things up quite a bit, I think, on a turn. I was more thinking of forgetting to do it. I wasn't really thinking of the waiting to have to wait for the next person.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, your game's fun, man. You did it.
Oh yeah,
it's fun. This is great.
Like I've never played Wingspan. I've never been interested in birds. I would play this again in a heartbeat. And I'm so glad I played it. And I mean, as far as a bird-based game, this is amazing. Like I would be like, oh no, not another bird game. And then I saw this and I was like, oh, this is crazy good.
Yeah. Yep.
Like if you're entering contests with this, if you don't make the finals in a contest with a game like this, I don't know what they're looking like. They just don't get it. Obviously, they haven't played it.
Yeah. When you said you had a couple of interested publishers, like that I was not surprised by that one small fraction, right? And gaining the interest of publishers is hard and rare, right? So you're sitting on a really good game, man.
Thank you. I really appreciate that a lot.
Yeah. So everybody should send me whatever you want me to add into like the YouTube description as far as like links to your stuff, whatever. If you've got like a design website or a profile that you want them to go to, or a game, some was it Zunga games, whatever, whatever you want to send people to, just shoot me that in a message or something, and I'll tack it on to the description.
Sure.
And thanks to everybody who, I don't know if anybody's actually still left in the chat, but
are there still people listening?
Let me see.
We're at the 3 hour and 46 minute mark.
Yeah. We're deep. We're deep right now. But thanks to everybody who did come out in the chat, and hopefully game designers will find this useful, and and obviously, if this is useful to you, Brandon, in any sort of like marketing sense, although I highly doubt it would be useful for marketing. but you're welcome to use it. 3 guys saying sass to each other and trashing the game at the end. It's probably not useful for marketing, but to whatever degree you want to reference this YouTube link, obviously you can send people to it to watch it or whatever. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you on, and thanks for being the first to take the plunge and subject yourself to my machete that I like to cut this and cut this.
Yeah, and feel
thank
free
you so
if
much
you want.
for allowing me to play and listening to me babble and playing my game. I truly appreciate it.
Awesome,
Yeah,
man.
and
Yeah, it's been
like
great.
Evan says, if there's anything in there that you want to, like, obviously you're not going to post a 3 hour and 47-minute video, but if there's pieces in there that you want to use for clips, if anything is useful,
yeah.
I mean, cut away as far as I'm concerned. You got my
Same.
permission to use whatever you want.
Thank you.
Yep, same.
I
Not
really appreciate that.
not Jack though.
No,
yeah,
not
no, we'll talk about it separately. Send me a DM. No, yeah, definitely use whatever you want, Brandon. You know that. No, it's good.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you.
Yeah,
Cool.
take Trevor's clip, calling it elegant, beautiful.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I will.
That's a good little soundbite.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, it's all true. Great
Oh,
job,
Sam,
man.
Sneaky Brick Game says, I'm still here.
I know. Thanks, Sneaky Brick.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Made it through the whole thing just about.
Sweet.
You missed some
awesome.
technical issues at the beginning, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Cool.
My
Awesome,
dog
guys.
knows it's bedtime.
And Brandon, you're welcome to come on anytime as a playtester as well.
That'd be awesome.
Because
I'd
I'm
love to do
sure these 2 guys aren't always going to want to do it. Because I'm planning, I'm going to skip a week and then we're going to go again in 2 weeks with Levi Moat. I don't know what game he's bringing, but we're going to do it in 2 weeks, 2 Thursdays from now. And, I don't even know if these guys are available, so I don't know who's going to do it. Obviously, I was
He's
planning on
getting rid
asking
of us,
you.
Jack. We're out. We're out.
But yeah, you're welcome to join as a playtester anytime as well, Brandon. Just let me know.
That'd be awesome. I'd love to do it.
Cool.
Sweet.
Awesome, guys.
Cool. See you later, Evan.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good night.
Me too.